Happy Wednesday. Okay, good. My microphone is working. I'm so fucking paranoid now after the last time whenever I went to start the stream and I like pulled down the starting screen and everything and I was fucking talking and I was talking to nothing. Well, I was talking to you guys, but you guys couldn't hear me because my stupid mic OBS was like, I don't understand. Wait, no audio. You've got to be fucking with me. Shut up, Evan. Your PC couldn't run it? Oh, Battlefield 6? No. Battlefield was fun. 'Twas a good time. Where the fuck is Darktide? Where the fuck? There it is. I played Pigface. I downloaded the Pigface demo. I haven't played it yet. How are you guys all doing? Average Shuffle Enjoyer, Vitriax, and Teak, you guys are up first. I figured that out, Evan. I was like, okay. You guys can hear me. Hello, Stars Bleed Light. Hang on, let's do a roll call here. I'm pretty sure I have an eyelash lodged deeply into my eye. That's a great way to start the stream. Hello, Vitriax. I haven't done the roll call yet, Vitriax. Don't you fuck with me. Hello, Gadfly. Hello, Russell. Hello, David Stoddard. Your dog vomited on everything you own. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Hello, Mike. Hello, Flamehead. This is quite loud. I can see now on the thing. Hang on. Hello, Friendship. I love your name, by the way. Hello, Brent. Hump Day. Hell yeah. Hello, Shovel Enjoyer. Hello, Null. Hello, Vitriax. Hello, Green Pal. Papow. Hello, Teak. Hello, Pocknock. Hello, Grim. Stars Bleed Light. Hello. Hello, Void and other pre-servitors. Navy Boy, hang out in the back today. Maybe join? Fuck. Yeah, you should. Joe, what's the answer to all life's questions? Woof. Well, if you are a Douglas Adams enjoyer, Hitchhiker's Guide may have gotten that name flipped. 42. If you are not, fuck you. Google it. I don't know. Beatty, hello. Probably microwave burritos. They are both cheap and delicious. Actually, yeah. Brent, you're in the queue. Grimgrum, you're in the queue. Friendship, you're in the queue. If you flip 42, 24, I don't even know the score. Slaxon, hello. I see your question about Dawn of War, David Stoddard. Here's the thing. I have played my first Dawn of War game ever with Dawn of War 1, Redux, the remaster, or the re-earning, whatever they're fucking calling it. That was fun. Dawn of War 4 looks nice graphically, but it only has 3 factions, and that's poo-poo. Has a low bar from Dawn of War 3. 4 factions. Oh, right. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting about the AdMech. I'm sorry, you guys. I keep forgetting about the AdMech. You're right. 4 factions. That's still poo-poo. I guess I'm holding out final reservations on exactly what my opinion on this is until we know what the price point of the base game will be. If they set it at a reasonably low price point and then have all the factions added in the future as like DLCs and everything, as long as the price point starts relatively low, that's fine. What I don't want to see them do is the fucking Sid Meier special where they take a game like Civ 7, charge $70, $80 for it, then add all the factions throughout time as DLC packs and charge you like $20 to $30 fucking dollars for them. So we'll see. It'll be $70 with $15 army DLCs. Is that confirmed? We poo-poo until the guard joins the fight. Cactus, you're in the queue. No, but screen cap it. See, that's what I'm afraid of, BDs. It'll be a $70 to $80 base game, and then each subsequent faction later on down the road will be like $20. That would be dildos. You'll pay $100 for Epic Edition. No, I know, DJ, but I mean that's just kind of my thoughts on it. It's just like I'm reserving my full opinion on if it's dildos or not until such a time that we know how much it's gonna goddamn cost us in this economy. Halo Helldivers is happening. It's true, it is. I was a little underwhelmed by the War Bond announcement, but that's okay. Oh, Pocknuck, we were talking about Dawn of War 4. Spend $30 for 20 mini. Oh fuck, I missed it. $20 mini. Buy whatever shit they give me. It's I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry for having your passions. We all have that. American Catboy. Meow. Oh god, now there's 2 of them. You have a theory about Inquisitor Grendel? Since Grendel is very old and holding on to life, even though Karib advises him to embrace death, his rejection of death and clinging to life with his metallic, barely living body seems very heretical. Maybe so attracts Nurgle corruption on Atoma, since Nurgle being god of death and decay and rebirth and all. Possibly. I definitely think there's some thematic implications there for sure. No, Vitriax! You have to go on Friday? Aww. Not sure they can get away with prize gouging after the shit show of Dawn of War 3. Yeah, but maybe they waited long enough for people to forget. That would explain why there's a bump of people streaming Dawn of War. Yeah. Bloodline 2 is finally coming out. I saw that. Pay an absurd amount of money for Darktide Tanith first and only camo cloak. Oh, honestly. That's not a bad idea, especially since they recommended Gaunt's Ghost as recommended reading for Darktide. DJ, I'm gonna unautomod that. You also have a theory Rannick is a cuck bitch ass. Agreed. Remember when they released games that were finished? Pepperidge Farm remembers. I know. Gone are the days, Brent. Now everything's live service. It's all live service now. Can Dawn of War 4 just be Total War Warhammer? Black Hand of Nod, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hello. You just finished the Gaunt's Ghost series. Very depressed. Need more. Aren't they still writing them actively? I think Pocknock, that might be a lofty hope, unfortunately. On Dawn of War 4 being Total War Warhammer 40k. I do think that they will eventually do that separately. We're not doing Havoc. This is my warm-up, Vitriax. I've nearly played a game in the last however many days. Also, Blackhead, I'm doing fantastic. I hope you are too. Just living the dream, man. Just nerding out. I crashed your game? Shit. I'm sorry. Been going through Gaunt's Ghost since spin-offs, otherwise called Sabbath World series. And it's fun to retroactively pick up on the damn abnetisms and Darktide writing. I know, right? Live service. Hey, just a cool guy. How do you do, fellow kids? Prefer Total War Warhammer 40k. For Total Warhammer 40k. If it includes jeans dealer. Hell yeah. Did I see the new Crash with the RBDs? I didn't. What did they do? What happened? I haven't played it since the patch. Oh, Gen XO! Hello, Frog in a car. So train in Havoc. What could possibly go wrong? Did they add the train to Havoc? Did they? Jax, don't do this to me. Don't lie to me. They fix the buff icons on the bottom, apparently. Now, 3 RBDs will crash the second they hit 45 buffs. Oh dear. I'm sure they'll have that fixed soon. That's kind of really funny though. There's a mod that fixes it already? Good. Oh, so train in Havoc. Okay. I thought you were telling me that they added the train to Havoc, and I was like, shut the fuck up. No way. 45 buffs, so one of your friends is... Here because you looked into the warp and some cat told you to obey it. So much screaming in those streams. It's just a lot of like really intense meowing. It's like... Also counts multiple instances of the same buff. I was gonna say, wouldn't they all be counting like stat congruently between the characters if it's three of them on the same team? I feel like I kind of said a word salad there, but I think I got the point across. You guys stop hitting the Zaza. Look, you're not my mom, cool guy. Are you? Are you my mother? I'm lucky. Why? Because you're not my mom? Don't think you do a good job of it. You try to be my mom if you want. You know, guys, I'm okay. I'm all set. I don't need any of our dynamics getting any weirder than they already are. Dad works in Nintendo and he says veteran is getting a heavy stubber soon. Oh, really, Grim? So, did you actually hear a rumor or something, or are you just making shit up? Are you just toying with our emotions? Our dynamics weird. I'm something. Don't you mean to resemble that? Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Sources you made it the fuck up. You bastard, Grim! Vicarious Wrath, you're in the queue. Zaza, Gen X is a heavy-duty all-day smoker. Mid-city, baby. Uh-oh. Shut the fuck up, Zola. She's getting shrill. Oh, this isn't good. This is less than ideal. Time to enjoy some Oni Girl and then slay some heretics. Fuck yeah. What does Zola do? She was fucking me. She was like, maintenance bait her. We're gonna miss the target. Me. You didn't get more milk at the store. You forgot to take out the trash last night. Get off my back, bitch. Oh, shiza. Well, this might not be good. Okay. Demon host footage, yeah. No more demon host footage. You gonna die there? You psyker ain't shit? Ah, your psyker's totally shit. You just need some more practice. Psyker's hard, man. Psyker's really tough. Fun as fuck to play, but that skill ceiling. I actually played some Vermintide 2 over the weekend. And I of course hopped on my main gal, Sienna Flagonassus, and got myself into a jam at a particular point in the map where there was just a shit ton going on, and I was playing by myself. All my bots were dead, and I stayed alive. I almost finished the section solo, and I was like, oh yeah, right. This is why I loved Psyker so much at the beginning of Darktide, because I wasn't too shabby with this bitch. Jo gets into a precarious situation. She always finds herself backing up into a corner. Well, I mean, oftentimes that isn't a terrible idea, especially if it's only like a couple crushers and a couple ragers. I definitely wanted to get myself out of that one, but if you have a corner, an empty corner behind you without a door, at least you know nothing can come sneak up behind you. Fucking punk your ass. 4 crackhead slaughter, 4 regiments worth of enemy guardsmen in 15 minutes flat. Oh my god, hurry up, so what the fuck? I know, right? We get no fucking respect around here. You would think at a certain point they would be like, shit. Never mind, dog. You guys got this. Talk about it. I think it's neat that the drop of the RBDs also work lore-wise, because they would like keep having. God damn it! I was reading. They keep having to go out by themselves before also having to include the rejects. What? Hang on. I think because I'm trying to not get my ass handed to me here, and I'm only half paying attention to anything I'm doing, that sentence didn't make much sense to me, but I think that's a Joe issue. Okay. I don't know if you talked about it, but I think it's neat that the drop of the RBDs also worked lore-wise, because they would keep going out by themselves before also having to include the rejects. So like that they were already dealing with the situation and then go out in squads of other RBDs because they don't trust the rejects. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, although I will say it still surprises me how chill they seem to be with the rejects. I assumed that they would be a lot more dickweeds to them. This is stroke. Looks a butterfly. Look, man, I was trying my best, okay? Be nice to me, DJ. I'm having a stroke. Joe never was the same after that aneurysm popped on stream. Where's your next patch, Fat Shark? You just had a patch today. Yeah, first patch, but what about second patch? Cat. Because when the class dropped, there was nothing but RBDs and strike teams, so it worked. Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. No, yeah, that's totally fair. Literally fight alongside what is essentially a penal legion. Figured more of us would be summarily judged. Yeah. Although, you know I keep going back to it, but the rejects definitely aren't just, your regular, everyday, typical felons. These are advanced felons. No, these are respectable felons. Lucidity test, Joe. I have your coffee, and I'm about to throw it away. I will stab you. Don't you touch my coffee. Now give us 2 dogs. That's the dream, man. Give us multiple pets to manage in that pet class. We're the best of the worst. I love that Red Letter Media show. Hope we get some new RBD's cosmetics in the Achilles shop. I know, right? Morning. That's an all-day affair, DJ. The fuck you talking about? Don't you limit me to times of the day. Headcanon is veteran. Your veteran shot a commissar in the back, as was deserved, I'm sure. Oh dear. Don't touch her all day, non-stop, uncontrollable brown. Okay. All right, DJ. Not exactly the direction I was hoping that would go in. Jesus Christ. It's just my advanced stage, okay? Don't judge me. My brain functions. To be fair, it doesn't take much to make me want to stab a motherfucker. Look, I'm doing it right now. Ernest powers are nothing compared to 4 crackheads serving against their will for the glory of the Imperium. I know, right? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Here, the box first is helping. You are a living monkey. You really are. Rejects and our BDs managed to kill a Terminator. Rannick. We did it, Brahms. We saved Toma. Nah, it's gonna take the tank-based removal of a great unclean one to save Atoma. Hello, Half-Blood! Good afternoon, you merry band of no-hopers. Hope you're all well, and if not, report to Stephanie for attitude correcting. Ah, I just saw Stephanie earlier today. I'm doing great. Hello, Mrs. Fancy Rock. Happy Wednesday. How are you doing? Oh, shit. Oh, dear. That's a lot of big men and a lot of armor. Remember the update where they add the shadow of Dugas long over most of the outdoor maps? Oh my god, Smith. Fair. A demon tank would be a cool boss edition. I mean, we already have demon engines, kind of. With the whole floating Eye of Doom. By that I mean tentacle Eye of Doom. Forgetting the most powerful man We're forgetting the most powerful man to use against Nurgle and his cultists. Mr. Clean! Brother Cleanicus. What do you think we'll get first? A new faction or model accurate Haskern helmet? I always say that wrong. I cannot for the life of me say that word correctly, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Shit. Shit. What do you count as a new faction? That's my question to you. Would you count demons as a new faction, or would you count them as an extension or completion of Admonition? Kesterkin, thank you. Don't worry, I'll fuck it up next time. Where are the Sisters of Battle when you need them? What, for the big Nurgle dick? Concerning. Bunch of big guys in armor trying to get through a small doorway. Joe, boys, form a line. Boys, calm down. You wanna fight Chaos Squads? That'd be cool. I won't disagree with the cool factor. Love to have Sisters of Battle class with a flamethrower. Demons is just an extension of Admonition. Okay, then if you count demons as an extension of Admonition, the helmet first. Probably. Because I don't think that we're getting Gene Stealers until Skulls next year. Volker, come use this Medicaid station. So help me God, I will put you in timeout, mister. Choir boys need their muscle mommy to ensure their purity. Oh, good lord. Can't wait for gold chip from Uma. Pretty Derby to join the Imperium and mankind to fight the Xenos. Good lord. Big beefy ogrins are looking for a little one to protect in your area. Hang on. Now that I've read all of that, let me try that delivery again. Because that was fucking gold. Big beefy ogrins looking for little ones to protect in your area. I really nailed the ogrin voice, but be happy with more background lore through memories or something. The lore could already be 220 books for Black Library. I agree. I'm really hoping that they continue the pattern that with every major update, we get a new set of memories. Why am I shitting on your dreams of new enemies this year? Well, I mean, I think that we'll get demons for the anniversary. So I'm talking like plague bearers, Rotfly boss battle, shit like that. That's what my money's on for the anniversary. I'll probably be wrong. Also, if I say gene stealers for this anniversary, it puts something out to the universe. It gets picked up by like a chip in somebody's head at Fat Shark, and then they'll be like, fuck, Joe said it, we can't do it. Do you think Dracflow would be a warp entity that haunts the Imperium? Absolutely, Vicarious Wrath. In fact, the one mod that I've considered getting for Darktide is actually, there's a mod that takes the demon hosts and gives them Dracflow lines. So they'll be like just sitting around saying Dracflow shit. She will never face a Demon Kubara. Dark Mechanic and Gene Stealers can be fun enemies. I think that the Dark Mech would make a great boss. The thing about the Dark Mech is that they typically tend to operate as like single individuals. It isn't impossible or unheard of for them to be like groups of them, but it's rare. Fun fact, Janet Sola was constantly said to look like a horse. She has these aggressive and audacious tactics, therefore Sula looks like Gold Chip from Same. Good lord. Groups of them would be Logitechs and such from like warband ships. Yeah, and then also like there are so essentially like because dark mechs are obviously a lot like the regular ad mech, where they are driven by a desire for like discovery and everything. They just kind of like, really the biggest problem between the two of them was a schism in how they saw the Omnissiah and how they wanted to worship it, as well as like wanting to push the envelope on things like AI and stuff like that, and thinking that it was a healthy direction to go in instead of forbidden and inviting trouble. So there are dark mech who essentially will live in like family groups that can last for like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, because they're passing on like the information that each of them has like learned and discoveries they made and everything from one generation to the next. That is not what I meant to do. So like I said, it is unheard of, but it is pretty rare. Skippy, if you come up in the queue, Grim. Oh, let's see. On deck, who do we have on deck? We have David Stoddard, Friendship, and actually, yeah, Grim, you would be up next. So let me know. We are getting close to the end of this one. So most likely it will be Brent instead of Grim. Then Grim, you will maintain your spot in the queue. What difficulty are you playing? This is just an Auric right now. Which, by the way, if anybody would like to play and you're like, shit, dog, did she say just an Auric? Yeah, that's typically where I do a warm-up that are Damnation, but if anybody would like to join and you're like, well, I would play, but I don't want to play fucking Auric or whatever, definitely just let me know. Feel free to jump in the queue anyways, and I will proceed to just get immediately shotgunned to death for everyone's amusement. That sucks. Joe officially calls Gene Sealers the next update. Fat Shark will release squats that steal people's denim pants. Be your 38? I need you to get in the queue and I will. I'm down for it. I'll go through the pain. Look at how good I'm doing. It can't go any way but a win. Have a feeling there's going to be an injured Plague Marine Devastator or Terminator for some mildly fight instead of a healthy one. Like I schizoed about? I didn't schizo about anything. 2, look, do you have any idea? So here's the thing, in that Shaq News article, I didn't include this part because it wasn't relevant to the topic, but in that interview, they did confirm, or the Victor Magnuson did confirm that they use the codexes, at least for some of essentially power scaling and balancing things in Darktide. Do you have any idea how hard it is to kill a Beast of Nurgle per recent codexes compared to a Blightlord Terminator? Just ballpark it. Half-Blood, you're on the queue! You're gonna go to bed soon? Fair. Ah, get some sleep is for cowards, CJ. Now we'll do it next time. So, when did they pull out the casting couch with the 3 Ogrins here? Take a hell of a lot more? You'd actually be surprised. So I'm gonna make a video about this. I'm gonna make a video just about general power scaling in Darktide, because like no matter which way you slice it, from either a lore perspective or a tabletop perspective, we are ridiculously powerful. Now that being said, actually whenever you compare it to, if you were to take the like one-to-one models that essentially the rejects are based on from the current like 10th edition codexes for the tabletop, if you were to make yourself a squad of 4 rejects, 1 Ogryn, 1 Cadian, like essentially commander, because that seems to be what the vet is most based on, 1 Ministorm preacher, and 1 Primus Psyker, Primaris Psyker, whatever their name is, which is the only Psyker that can really be analogized to the Darktide Psyker. Fucking A. You'll get shot by a sniper if you try to do that. No, and then you put them up against the Blightlord Terminator. The reject squad actually has about a 78% chance, if they are the attackers, of killing a Blightlord Terminator in a single turn. And the Blightlord Terminator has a 0% chance of being able to perform a full squad wipe on that reject squad. It's crazy. Hello, Spooky. Find anything in the patch yet? No, but we just started. It isn't terribly uncommon for them to like put a couple new voice lines or to swap some old ones, you know, swap some around or something like that in these patches. So I am curious. Make sure you're within the stream 5 minutes to get a game in. Just so popular you're in a queue to play the game. See the ability posts in the Darktide chat. I believe that I saw you say something about it. Is it kind of like what essentially I think it was what's his fuck? Used to make Darktide videos, doesn't anymore. Tanner Lindbergh made a video, or somebody else made a video about like essentially a Psyker where they could just like keep Smite up for basically ever, using like, I think it was Empowered Psionics or something like that. Or Scryer's Gaze. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah. Yeah, just going like really heavy right side of the tree build. It's weird new patches making you crash more on Linux. That sounds about right, 100. Imagine a 40k series, tabletop gameplay, waiting included is actually shown well. Oh my god. No, I would like to not imagine that. Lore-wise, model-wise, one Psyker can go power-ups from I Have a Funny Feeling all the way up to planet-ending event. That's true. Well done, team. Excellent job. Right then, center. Nice. Swear you heard Zealot responding to another character earlier. Something about if arbitrators get deployed, the situation's bad. Oh, I think it was the Stardies, yeah. That was a very fun match. My hype for Dawn of War 4? You know, we'll see. Hello, Miso. Give me a second here, guys. I need to rotate the queue. David Stoddard, Friendship, and Brent Lopez. You guys are up. Chugged 300 milligrams of caffeine and now desire to fight. God. Dear God. That's a lot. It looks cool as fuck. It looks pretty neat. It looks very nice graphically. Doing requeues tonight? Yeah, sure. Go ahead for now. Your heart for Dark Heresy is unrivaled. Fucking love Rogue Trader to death. Hell yeah. Been waiting for a Dawn of War style game. We're going back to that with a mix of Dawn of War 2. Nice. Does washing Nurgle enemies hurt them? Absolutely. Their greatest fear is hand sanitizer. Joe calling something neat does not inspire confidence. Look, here's the thing. I enjoy RTS games. One, I'm fucking terrible at them. My most, like, the biggest, the most experience I've ever had with an RTS is Age of Empires 2 that I played to death when I was, like, 10. I'm now almost 40. So it's been a while. Two, like we were talking about earlier, I have hopes for Dawn of War 4. I have reservations. Just kind of waiting to see which way the wind blows on how they're going to decide to release more content to round out the faction roster in the game, what they're going to set that original price point at, stuff like that. Terrible, but you love watching them.
The Emperor protects.
Some British guy does voiceovers for a lot of old Dawn of War games. Just old school RTS games, giving you enough space to just watch fights unfold, not having to constantly micromanage. Been playing comps to Dawn of War Remaster. I tried it with Pyro and his friend, and it was a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun, but I got my head kicked in.
Welcome back.
Hopping on now? Okay, cool. David Stoddard and Friendship, are you guys here? I like to think Rannick cares about the rejects more than he lets on. This conversation with Zoli seems to care about their safety in a coy way. What, you mean in the Orthus offensive? We don't talk about the Orthus offensive with Joe on stream anymore, or else she goes on very long, unyielding rants. Oh, friend code. Shit. Thank you. You right. You right. Show us your code. Buy me dinner first, DJ, and then I will. Nah, I'm kidding. Here it is. Sorry, guys. Show me your social security code. It reminds me of my husband and I watched 24 a while ago. He was like, this is such a good show. We started watching it and it was awful, and it never failed to crack me up how like Jack Bauer could just go around. No one would ever ask him who he is or anything, but he would just run around while he's like being hunted by the government, doing things that look and sound guilty as fuck. Just kick a door in, fucking punch the president, take a shit on a desk and like wipe his ass with some classified documents, and then turn around and be like, my name is Jack Bauer. My home address is this, my social security number. So every time now anybody's like, give me your social security number, I think of that. I think of 24. Saw what game I launched for the first time on Steam. What game? Yes, David Stoddard? What am I saying? About what? Oh, I'm not playing it for that part. I'm doing something in that game. Completely unrelated. I really want a halberd or something for Zealot. Favorite stupid show was CSI Miami. Do talk of his glasses just to put his glasses on. That's quality programming, sir. What's wrong? Okay, we have Vault Boy. So Friendship looks like maybe they're MIA. Cactus Cube. Cactus Cube, are you here? Who's Jack? What the fuck are you talking about? Commit war crimes in the name of gold ship and luck will be yours for a good while. Oh, Jack Bauer from the show 24. Cactus Cube, you're up. Oh, Grim is back. Grim, sit tight because I just called Cactus Cube to get in. Because Friendship was also missing from this one. We're missing Friendship. I'm saying that social experiment with these dudes try to prove you can get into anywhere as long as you carry a ladder or even just wearing a vest and a clipboard. If I were made an Inquisitor today, would I be a Puritan or a fanatic type? I heard some recongregationists or something like that where they want to fundamentally change the imperial system. I would definitely be one that would be considered more on the heretical side. Friendship was missing. Should I take that as an insult? No! Literally, the person whose name is Friendship and it's their turn in the queue isn't here right now. I'm not saying that Friendship is, like, missing. Got eaten by a beast of Nurgle. Teaching your friend how to play Darktide, got eaten by a beast of Nurgle and screamed, I don't want syphilis. That's fair. Bought the Psyker coat drip. Oh, for like the new Nobles one? Why aren't we friends? Am I not funny enough for you? We're friends! Jesus! That's okay, Cactus Cube. I was just about to ask if you were, loading in. Your insecurities, Jesus Christ. Look. I'm not looking to give anybody a mentee B with this parasocial relationship here, okay? Friendship is magic and magic is heresy. I always scream, no, it's sucking me when a demon host starts sucking me. That's fair. Honestly, that would be such a good time for the Drakflow line. She was giving me top and so on and so forth. What classes would you like to see in the future? I would love to see an AdMech class. That's on my wish list. But ultimately, I know that Fat Shark will do whatever makes money. Oh, okay. I was like... Okay. If you guys would like to do Havoc, please go to the Havoc counter and speak to Commissar Duquesne. If you would not like to do Havoc, please let me know in the text chat. Noot, hello. Modders, how does one play? Exclamation point join will drop you into the queue. No Havoc? Okay. No Havoc, no Havoc. Exclamation point join will get you into the queue, and then we take it in turns. We do rotations. So we put a strike team together, go on a mission, you're in the queue. And then unless we wipe within like the first 5 minutes or like something crazy early, we kind of go a little bit by vibes on that. If that happens, we'll take it again with the same strike team, but usually win or lose, we will rotate just to kind of keep the queue moving. You heard in the Astra Militarum Wait, you heard the Astra Militarum is taught the Imperium system for measurements? I think that's probably accurate. Give us a Mechanicus class in our soul beers to suck. I'm not in charge of that, unfortunately. I do think it would sell very well, though, Fat Shark. I think the people would be very enthusiastic about that choice for a new player class. And I also think that you could bring over a lot of the unused mechanics from Vermintide 2's bonus careers, like Saltspire's Bubble Shield and Corillion's Vine Walls as a Mechadendrite wall, etc., etc. Fat Shark. Look at that. There's some easy ideas right there for how to make that class play mechanically. Please? Please? We've all been real good. Maybe, you know, I know that we probably couldn't get Santa to do it for Christmas this year, but maybe Christmas next year? Fat Shark? Please? I'm writing Fat Shark a Christmas letter this year. They probably went on a different Havoc run with me, Vitriax. I was probably reading the chat more than half the time, getting my ass kicked and throwing the run. They probably rightfully have PTSD about it. Void, okay, what do you mean? Okay, why do you keep saying it like that? Hopefully that fixed the plague Nurgle's besiege on us gamers. So you're gonna go work for Fat Shark? Go do it, Ag! Obese Megalodon is not listening. Maybe if I write them a very nice Christmas letter about my hopes and wishes for the next year. Well, we have to see what we get for the rest of this year. Joe's the new CM? No. I don't think they would in a million years. Admech passive for love and Messiah. Admech screams at the servo skull to skip objectives. Honestly, that's part of what I would love to see happen is if they had an Admech class, like essentially like a tech priest or a tech adept or something, have like auras that, you know, passively like boost guns and things, make guns more effective, and then also have like passives that take the Auspex minigames and stuff like that and help like make them a little bit easier or something, especially since some of them, even if they've been in the game for a while, peeps are still struggling with them, which is understandable because they've added a decent variety to them, but still I think it'd be a cool idea. Gene stealer this, gene stealer that. Why does everyone want their denim stolen? I don't know, I heard something about like a controversial jeans ad or something. Dealing with the lag during hordes in the last game. Oh, I gotcha. You get a Ministorm Scribe class and you'll be happy with it. Ah, yes. The class that everyone has been waiting for and totally enthusiastic about spending money on. Hey, Delta Lol, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Cool mod that gives you a service goal, which is a glorified flashlight, but still cool. Honestly, that does sound pretty cool. What are my thoughts on the ODST war bond for Helldivers 2? I think that it's a whole lot of I know a lot of people are super jazzed about it. I think that the idea is really cool. However, I personally feel a little bit like it's kind of a wasted opportunity to bring some really fun and unique and iconic weapons from Halo into the game. Halo ODST did still have the Needler and other Covenant weapons like that. And if you're like, wait, that wouldn't work, they couldn't do that because Super Earth wouldn't be okay with using alien technology, I ask you to first consider, for your consideration, I submit the fact that all the electrical energy weapons in Helldivers 2 are actually just Illuminate weapons that they backward engineered. Fight me. So they could easily explain that away for the Halo weapons. It just, you know, we already have a million, we already have a huge roster of assault rifles. We already have a huge roster of shotguns. Are those really things that we needed more of that bring anything super solid and new to the game? Or could we have done something perhaps a little bit more cool? Even just give us a fucking Blazer. Give us this Blazer if you really don't want to give us anything cubby. Play Halo if you're interested in that. Covenant weapons end up in Helldivers. The sniper rifle or the spanker would be nice. I mean, I just told you, Shovel Enjoyer. All the Helldiver electrical weapons, even the stratagems, Illuminate technology, backwards engineered. Could just explain it away with their new human friends have also backwards engineered weapons that they got the technology from their enemies and refined them and made them better and made by humans, so therefore they are superior and more killery. Blazer would be a cool stratagem. It really would have been. Would have been a cool, I mean, it's already pretty similar to the the big cannon that charges up and then shoots the orb, except it's a yellow orb instead of a red laser, but it basically functions the damn same. Make a variant. Give us a cool, different, unique weapon instead of another fucking assault rifle. I don't know. I don't get it. But hey, you know, maybe crotchety old women who aren't terribly likely to spend money on super credits for war bombs and stuff anyways isn't their intended target audience. I don't know. Is this Havoc? No, this is Oric. No, this is Patrick. Maybe we get more collab weapons in the future. So instead of a needler, you want a human needler? Well, I mean, Spanker would be fine, but also, like, I just want the needler and not have to worry about people being like, oh, they wouldn't have that because the lore, blah, 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 whenever, like, alien technology weapons already exist in Helldivers, and it's totally fine. You just don't like Halo? It's okay to be wrong, Vivi. I'm sorry. I'm a Halo enjoyer. I was into it, as you could say, as the saying goes. I beat them all on Legendary or whatever the fuck the highest difficulty is. It's been a while. They're a lot of fun. Good fun. I haven't played Halo 4 and then regretted it. I even watched the show and very much regretted that. Halo used to play Infinite. Give us the brute shot. See, that's what I wanted. I wanted like brute shot, energy sword, needler, gravity hammer. Like, I really wanted the plasma sword with the lunge. I wanted to see our Helldivers do the lunge. Would have been very fun. Buying Helldivers for Halo. That's fair. Sometimes uniqueness is always best. We got what we got. So yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's solid. I mean, I think that the only thing that they talked about in the Warbond that has my interest at all in it is that apparently there's an armor that will help you see points of interest from further out. That I'm into. As a sample collector enjoyer, I was like, oh, longer distance on POIs, you say. Keep in mind, the Warbond is separate from the normal Warbond rotation. Getting proper Warbond soon, which will have new weapons. Cool. I still want a cooler Halo weapons. Plasma sword, especially something like the blood blade, would be sick. Especially since I'm fairly sure there's a need for more melee weapons.
I have a shield. Watch out.
Thanks, stars! Yeah, David Stoddard is apparently not having a good time right now. The armor effect is a reference to the rookie. Yeah. Garfield keeps fucking with his shit. Oh no. Come hit the Medicaid, dude.
Wolf for charge, Big, but then that's what all little men do.
Well, you know all about that.
Hang on, what's that supposed to do?
All that tracking work.
Why so many sniper who loaded Battlefield players in?
Yeah, you're making me look bad. More left.
Ah, shit. Well, I should flip myself around for a bad time there. Need auto mod to replace the Hound audio, or need a mod to replace the Hound audio with Garfield audio? Okay, but what would Garfield be saying? Helldivers, Astromilitarm, you don't get a bolter, lasgun, chainsword, or multigun. You get automatic weapons. That's what they would do, too! God damn it! Give me lasagna, John. Also, there's so many snipers because of the vent purge. They'll just get extra snipers. Who's on deck? Friendship, Grimgrum, and Vicarious Wrath. Where's my pipe? Can you stop Taco Bell from playing ads on my channel? It makes me hungry. I cannot, actually. I'm sorry. We are not able to choose what kind of ads that we would like shown or not shown on our streams. There's a big push. A lot of Twitch creators on like the back end of like essentially their community forum for suggestions and requests and stuff that they clearly don't always give a Kentucky Fried fuck about. A lot of people are like, hey, I would like for military recruitment ads to not show on my stream, please. Not down with that. And they're like, meh, that's cute.
We should avail ourselves of that med station.
So has everyone ever wondered if Stephanie is not a psyker but a demon host? Random dino fact. Okay, sit tight. I will get that. Let's see. Stephanie is not a psyker but a demon host. The Inquisition known for making those and using them. Stephanie acts hella weird, talks in third person. She also has changed, and also the sigils scried into her body as well. Just saying.
Data interrogation rate.
If you were in Iraq, you wouldn't see this recruitment act. I mean, that's fine, but that doesn't mean that I mean, I don't really care as much because I don't stream to a target audience under the age of 18. But I definitely agree with people's points about it being a predatory tactic on like high schoolers and people under 18.
The interrogator refuses to work.
Uh-oh.
Recommence.
She's a psyker and a demon host?
Now maintain.
You know, I'm sure that somewhere in the annals of 40K there has been an instance of a person who has had the demon host successfully taken out of them. I personally haven't heard of it, and maybe Stephanie is the first. $3 steak burrito? God damn it, now I'm hungry.
Worthless contraption. Someone fix it.
There is the story of an Inquisitor warband member who did. I'm sure there is. Forgot where. Extremely helpful. I'm kidding. No, I'm sure. Everything that can be done in Warhammer has been done at least once.
Interrogation approaching completion.
Inquisitor insert character name. Inquisitor Simpson did it. Brooke Simpson.
Connection failure. Error. Investigate. Redress.
There's a whole Space Marine chapter that will get possessed and then exorcise them. There's someone who will get possessed by a demon host and then expelled within an afternoon just to prove they could. Has there been situations where someone possessed contained the demon host within them and possibly used their powers? I don't know. Didn't have a sleeping baby, you would straight up leave and go to Taco Bell right now. Fair enough. That's a decision I can stand behind, honestly. Meaty Dubs, can we go to Taco Bell? Vitriax, you're leaving. Guys, everything is green in this game. Clearly Necrons are coming next, obviously. There was a noble lady let herself be possessed and then ate the demon. Happened 3 times before she ascended. How do we feel about the Halo Helldivers Lord Bond? I feel very meh about it. For me personally. I feel like they kind of did the most boringest options. Do we really need another automatic assault rifle? Do we really need another shotgun? Do we really need another pistol? Kinda not really. What would have been cooler is things that would have been more fun and unique. They could have at least given us Displaza. That's basically the whatever the fuck cannon it is. That they already have in Helldivers that charges up and shoots the ball. What's up, Gary? As a Halo fan, helmet options? They have 2 of them from ODST. The advertising is working. Oh shit, it is. We've been talking about Taco Bell for I don't know how long now. At least we finally got the stealth war bond. I guess. It's fine. Splaza, Spartan, yeah, Splaza. The Spartan laser, the Splaza. Noble lady let herself be possessed and she become more beautiful. Did it 2 more times because she wasn't pretty enough the first time. You know, if there's one thing that I can believe that someone would let themselves go through the process of demonic possession for, it's definitely beauty. Also, it is very much worth noting, you guys, that demonic possession is not the same thing as becoming a demon host in 40K. So I can totally believe that there are cases where people were possessed by demons and then had the demon expelled. But that does not necessarily mean it's exactly the same as demon hostification, because that is a long and intensive process. This never-ending war has been brought to you by today's sponsor, Taco Bell. Liv Moss. Is there a lore reason why Stephanie is sexy as fuck? Because there wasn't enough stuff for people to groom to. I don't know. Honestly, I think that she's probably a little Slanesh coded. Why can't we customize collab weapons? You don't like collabs? That's fair. I actually usually am not a big collab enjoyer in games either.
I've seen worse, roughneck.
Get back here! Finally got cliffhanger done. The only sacred penance left is private game monstrosity. On Malleus Monstrosum, Gary? We'd like to hop in the queue. We can do that today. Like her evil giggles. Gundam showed up in Overwatch, which was unexpected. Yeah, I never really cared about any of the Overwatch crossovers. I'm not typically a big crossover enjoyer. I tend to like play the game that I'm playing for the game that I'm playing and that experience. And then, you know, the other franchises that I enjoy, I play those for the reasons that I enjoy those franchises. Next lore video, why Stephanie thirsts for Asuka and what she sees in him. There's no explaining that. I cannot analyze that one, unfortunately. You're on your own. Bye, Vitriax. Sleep well. Bring super soakers filled with bleach to fight Nurgle. Honestly, just even like and Dove and Dial. I like the idea of crossovers and they hate you with your weak spot, beloved Halo. None of the Gundam skins were that great to justify the crazy high cost. Yeah. He makes her laugh, maybe. I don't know, she always calls him handsome Oscar, and I'm like, eh. Maybe she like sees his soul or something and it's just as fucked up and twisted as hers, and so that's what she sees. If you have proper chem dog equipment, some acid throwers would be useful. It'd be cool.
Please, Brute, this was nothing.
Oh Jesus, hello. He does wear a mask all the time. Maybe he is handsome. Maybe he's a looker. And he wears the mask to keep the ladies away from getting all up ons all the time. Who can say? Who's to understand the mind of a psychopath and a sadist? Not me. Thanks so much for becoming a channel member. In a minute here, probably whenever this is done, I'm guessing. Doubt it will be safe for me to take my hands off the mouse and keyboard for a minute. But I'll get you a party popper. Because you're awesome. His hairline is peak attraction. Frankly, it's amazing there are any single women left on the ship. Just Asuka and his harem. Stephanie does enjoy learning people's secrets, so it could be Sinesh coded. Crush on Asuka could be due to him feeding on people's vanity by surgically changing their appearance by reshipping bodies. Oh, that's a really good point. I never thought of that before, Sorlaxon. Hadron is pretty hot. Is it because she's mean to you and you're into that? Has to be some irony behind there somewhere. A handsome plastic surgeon who covers his face? No, never. Handsome by 40K standards. Oh my god, Becky. I heard that Chad still has all his teeth. He's so dreamy.
That's the hound then.
Hey, Sec, thanks so much. I appreciate it. How do you join the queue? It's !join. That'll put you into the queue. And then we do rotations. Right now on deck, we have Friendship, Grim Grum, and Vicarious Wrath. Vicarious Wrath and Friendship. If you guys, that was a hell of a sentence, hell of a pair of wording. If you guys wouldn't mind sounding off in the chat, let me know you're here. Friendship and Vicarious Wrath. Hadron's Faith is literally hamburger meat. Look, she's got a winning personality, Grim. In the chat or Discord? In this chat. !join right here on either Twitch or YouTube in whichever chat you're watching in. You're a pirate, Vicarious? Okay, thank you for letting me know. Also, thank you for sounding off. No longer have access to the game. Why? Did you get banned? KX calling us pre-servitors makes you laugh every time. Zach, you're in the queue!
I will protect you, simpletons!
Section 8! Section 8! Ah, fellow Trekkie, I see. Isn't that Star Trek? Wait, no, that's section like 31 or something, right? Fuck section 8. Further left for his missions. Game pass is no longer being paid. Oh, no. Here, we are Hadron's little Varlis. It's true. Literally hamburger on her face. Man. We're Marlowe's no hopers. It's true, we are that. Be nice to Hadron. You don't get paid consistently enough to pay for your own. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. What is a varlet anyhow? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. It always makes me think of a rodent. I think because of like marmot, varlet. Wish we got a third tech priest for some ops. You know what's interesting is that in one of those post-mission wrap-up cutscenes, one of the new ones for Battle for Tertium, I believe that there is like essentially a question mark tech priest. Varlet is a super old word for slave. Interesting. Hey! Excellent job, team! Well done! Section 8 used to be code for mentally insane. Ah, okay, okay. You want Skitari Ranger class? I think you're right, Shovel Enjoyer. I think that's what I was thinking of. Star Trek is section 31. My brain caught up with me there. You're preparing? Okay. Friendship, who I'm going to put now at the back of the queue because they've not been here 2 games in a row. No, yeah. Dino Fact. You're high and need a Dino Fact? Okay, Lavender. I'm getting that going. Stat! Thankfully, it's right at the top of my searches. My phone knows me so well. It's like, it's 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, 8:30 on a Wednesday. This bitch gonna be talking about some dinosaurs. Okay. Want a weird dinosaur? Check out the Yi Key. That's the name, genus Yi, species Key. A small feathered dino with long tail feathers and strange bat-like wings. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm gonna have to leave, and then whomever just joined, please send me that request again. Why would a tech god have to join the fight? Skitari main fighting force? Well, we don't have any signs of Skitari being around, and you have to remember that a lot of things are kind of hand-waved as not really being options for backup because warp travel in or out of the Imperium, or not Imperium, the Mobian domain is extremely difficult, if not nigh impossible. It actually seems that maybe Grendel being bound to the Morningstar and everything might have had some hand in like how they were able to do it. And also, I think, me personally, I think that a tech adept would be more promising for potential like variation. If there was a technological artifact on the Ascendant Fighting Force, yeah, but how long would it take them to get there? That's kind of the point. Like, if they can't really use warp travel because of the Mobian domain's like proximity to the Secretrix Maledictum and everything, like if it's pretty rare that ships can come in and out through warp and everything, and then it's incredibly unsafe to do so, how long would it take them to get there? Part of the reason why the Arbites work so well is because they would definitely already have had precinct fortresses, and it's established that they did have precinct fortresses already throughout Atoma. So like the Arbites is a presence here. It's a capital planet and massive hive city. So of course they're already going to be here. Toma's a tomb world. I mean, it's not impossible. Like I keep saying, look, I will fight for what I personally would like to see. I would like to see more than just, because like here's the thing, every single class in Darktide is going to be given a gun and a melee weapon no matter what. I would like to see things come into the game that have more characterization and more depth to them than like, I am the fighting part of this known faction and that is my specialty, is I shoot gun. I'd like to see more variety than that. But that's just me. Fat Shark will put in the game whatever they think will sell. That's what it comes down to, is a business decision. What do they think will sell like hotcakes? That's what they'll put in the game. Crew Mercenary. Right at the top of the list, I'm sure. Also, Half-Blood. This is for you. Thanks, you're awesome. Okay, do we have our full team here? No. So Grim Grum, Vicarious Wrath, and Half-Blood, I think you'd be up. Darktide is refusing you? Found a weird fungus and it's yelling at you, calling you a git. Should you be worried? Nah, I'm sure it's fine. Okay, there's Vicarious. Half-Blood, you are up. Why does it now work? Oh. David Slaughter, that's okay. You don't have to play Darktide. I don't want to be, making you feel like you need to participate in something that makes you miserable. Okay, Wrath is here. Half-Blood, you're up if you're ready. Probably a demon? Oh, why it, doesn't work and then suddenly works? Fair. Reajax. Okay. We are good to go. So that means on deck we have Shovel Enjoyer, Teak, and Modders. Could be the Omniscience. It could be. Do you guys want to do Havoc or non-Havoc? Yeah, Hawasi, you're in the queue. You ready for whatever, even if it's near certain death?
Harden your heart.
Okay, well, if you guys want to do Havoc, you have to go up and talk to Commissar Duquesne, please, and clear your notifications. Look, it's heinous rituals again. I don't know if I've gotten a Havoc assignment that hasn't had heinous rituals in I don't know how long. It has such a fucking hard on for giving me this this fucking modifier right now. Anus rituals? I know, right? They really are. So Shovel Enjoyer, Teak, and Modders, you guys are on deck. Where?
The heretic scum are storing samples of their latest
Your Eldar raids came in today? Nice.
Can't have that, can we? You'll get access to
Herewolf Bob, hello. I love your name. That's funny.
into the vault should be child's play. Send me the samples via the old pneumatic conveyor. Then, and not before.
Maybe the odd man out thinking you'd like to see some of the Havoc mutations in Auric. Yeah. I think that it's okay where it is. I think that there's enough of a division in Darktide's player base that loathes Havoc. They're either fucking terrified of Havoc and never tried Havoc and they don't want to do Havoc, or they fucking hate it. Or there's the other half of the community, you know, the other half of the player base. It's like, yes, give me more pain. I think it's okay to keep them where they're at. Still looking getting into Havoc. Brett, get back in the queue if you want to. What are you gonna do with the Melder race, Cactus?
Atmospheric shield.
How big of a jump from Auric to Havoc?
More like a net these
David
days.
Sonic, that's completely your opinion. And also, I will say, especially during the finale there were a few times when I noticed, or like at least at the beginning when I noticed you go down, you were completely separated from the rest of the team. So that might be something to workshop a little bit. David Stoddard, it's not fun at all! Exclamation point join. Well, Havoc is easier than Auric. Yeah, so, sorry, George Droid, to answer your question, so in order to do a Havoc mission, you have to complete a Maelstrom mission from the regular mission board. And the two different difficulty levels where you can do Maelstrom missions is at Heresy, so level 4, and then, Auric. And so whenever, depending on what one you complete to unlock Havoc, that depends on where it will start you in your Havoc assignments. If you do the standard Heresy level 1, then that will start you at Havoc level 1, and it's about similar in difficulty to a Heresy level assignment. That's why Heresy difficulty will unlock Havoc level 1 for you. They're relatively similar in difficulty. And then you'll find that that difficulty between, like, you know, Heresy, Damnation, everything persists through probably around Havoc level 15, somewhere around there. And then you'll start getting up into like the Auric level difficulties. If you beat the Auric level Maelstrom, that unlocks Havoc level 16 for you, and you start your Havoc level assignments there. And so that's essentially where Auric level difficulty, a similar level of difficulty begins. Once you get to Havoc level 21, that's where you're making the jump beyond Auric level difficulty. And it can get difficult, depending on. Yeah, so your first like 15 levels of Havoc, you're looking at probably between, you know, essentially leveling up through the ranks, Heresy to Damnation to standard Auric level difficulty. Ogren has a new voice line on the carnival. He'll sometimes go, Joe's right about gene stealers. Aw, Licks, awesome. Havoc spawns are the worst, Chris. You accidentally put yourself at Havoc 1. Whenever it first came out, I accidentally put myself at Havoc 16, not knowing. You just wish that Havoc had a Havoc had a Q mode. I don't know why that was so hard to say. There's a tongue twister. Havoc had a Q mode. Havoc had a Q mode. No, it wasn't actually hard to say. Just me being a moron. It does have the party finder. However, I have heard that the party finder can be quite difficult to get people to allow you into their game. Which is part of why I like to run Havoc in the community on streams. So then there's at least, you know, like once or twice a week where if you guys want to hop into a Havoc game, there's an open strike team. You're welcome to come join us and hop in and we can go for a run. Can't promise how quality it'll be. Just the Havoc didn't exist. David Sauter, I see you re-queued. Would you like to go on like a Heresy or a Malice run next time? Like that Havoc needs to mark the highest rank you completed so you don't play for a bit and drop to like 18 people and don't be like, you know. It does. It shows the highest that you've completed for the current season. And then whenever they bring out the next season of Havoc, it gets reset. Or knocked back to like your lowest by 5 or something. Sean Havoc, you beat me 40 times. Recently got True Survivor. You can. That's what you see on the Morningstar now. Whenever you see like, so whenever I get on the Morningstar, I'll show you. But on my name, you can see like it says Gertrude 26. That's the highest level. Oh, on group invite screens that I don't know about. But yeah, on the Morningstar, you see the level. I've never looked at the group invite screen. Because I never have to play with randoms. I'm sorry, you guys. That I don't know. The big angry man, and he needs a bath. I'd like to join, but your parts be covered in rust for Havoc. That's fine, Iguano. We don't have to do Havoc. I'm happy as always. As always, I am happy to do whatever difficulty level you guys would prefer for your comfort level. You just have to tell me specifically what difficulty level that is. So if you are wanting a lighter game, even than, you know, like Auric, Damnation, if you just bought Darktide 5 minutes ago and you just finished the tutorial and you want to come play your first mission here on stream, but you only want to do difficulty level 1, that's fine. We'll do difficulty level 1. You just gotta let me know.
So much for that, Thrapper! Psychic shield!
Maining Ogren lately in Auric. Hey, what are you the queue? Hell yeah. Difficulty 1 on all level 30s. Honestly, that's what I do whenever I need specific footage of environments for lore purposes or something. Or if I'm trying to speedrun it because I'm looking for a specific voice line that can only appear in like a certain map or something. That's what I do is I run shit on level 1. I don't give a fuck. Sometimes it's just really fun too. It's so fun to just like fucking power stomp your way through massive hordes of enemies. And be like, guess what? I fucking rule you, all you poxwalkers. Ow. Zombie bros! Hello! Long time no see indeed. How are you doing? Yeah, if it were you happen to fall into a place in the queue where everyone else wants to do Havoc and you don't want to, it's totally fine. We'll just, we'll reconfigure strike teams. I am Jane Darktide. Finally got to jump. Hey, congrats, dude! Do you love it? God damn you. Oh, damn it, 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 damn it. Oh, this isn't gonna be good. I cannot believe I didn't go down there. I'm enjoying it. Yes, I've been dealing with people as much as coworkers since you're still in training, so we'll see how. Oh, after you get out of that phase, fair. We need more boss fights like the Karnak twins. Green Pal, I have my suspicions about what's coming for this anniversary. I find it quite interesting that they removed the Orthus offensive from the static lineup where you could just always select it, especially since back whenever that boss fight first came out, what they said specifically was, you know, that would be the first of what would hopefully be many future special operations. And they plan to bring more of them in the future. Scab, hello. Haven't been able to play. You haven't been playing much. Finally managed to get the flesh wound penance. Last thing you remember doing this game was prepping for Havoc. Have you done your Maelstrom? That's really the biggest Havoc prep is have you done your Maelstrom? Played a match where the guy's name was what the and his dog was very oh I see. So the arbitrator was what the and then the dog was dog doing. What the dog doing? Asher! You're fading away before our very eyes. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. How goes the war? Oh, it goes, far heavens. Saw an army named Can I Pet and the Dog? That dog? You're excited to finally be able to join in Helldivers come the 26th? Fuck yeah! Yeah, I have a Helldivers video that I'm working on right now that will hopefully be out by Saturday. Talking about the whole, like, I figured since we have a whole new batch of people coming in, it's been a while since I've seen anybody talking about the whole, like, well, actually, I've seen it in a few places online that are more recent. But it's been a while since I've seen the YouTube content talking about the whole, our Helldivers clones theory. So I decided to do a little visiting on that one. And also do a little digging into, like, how many Helldivers have we lost so far in the Galactic War, stuff like that. Finally got gone bowling on the Ogre. Nice. That's a tough one. Not enough Helldivers? It's over 5 billion, man. What up, High Raptor? Hey, Willie, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Henry, hello. I am looking after myself, not with lots of snacks. Lots of coffee. Trying to drink more water. I was on a big water kick there for a while. I was drinking like a gallon a day and I was doing really good. And then I got sick of having to pee all the time, and I've gone back to my dehydrated wench ways. Just witnessed something you never dreamed of. The Dawn of War 4 trailer, iRaptor. What do you think? Are you Stokey Malokid? Played a fair share of Auric, Maelstrom, Fun Chaotic Mess. You already know Havoc is a different beast entirely. Oh, well, so literally, Scab, to unlock Havoc, all you need to do is complete a Maelstrom mission. If you complete a Heresy Maelstrom, then it will start you at Havoc Order level 1. And if you do an Auric Maelstrom mission, it starts you at Havoc Order level 16. This is so Jackman right now. Howdy, howdy, Willie. Super only needs 30 citizens. Well, the most I can spare is 3 men. Trust me, Ripped Limbo. When I was drinking all the water, it was definitely the water and not the caffeine intake, because I also cut my caffeine intake and my alcohol and my junk food and all the joy in my life. And mostly kept the junk food and alcohol intakes down. Caffeine, though. Just found the YouTube a couple days ago. So to find someone who cares about the story of the game. Hey! Well, you're in the right spot, because I eat, sleep, and breathe this goddamn story of Darktide. I am obsessed with it and trying to solve it and figure out where it's going. For reasons that even are a mystery to me at this point. But goddamn it, I'm here! Captain Anchor into Super Earth. I can give you 3 Marines or 4 crackheads from the Inquisition. Honestly, always bet on the 4 crackheads.
You will pay for this negligence.
Glad Dawn of War 4 is a meeting arena relic. Oh, it's a completely different dev team? Well, that's nice. Come on, Bubble Shield. Come on, Bubble Shield. Oh, Lord. Oh, good God, they're everywhere. And I have no Bubble Shield. You wonder what's next in line for major updates. You don't expect Fat Shark to be very timely with such things. Honestly, they've been killing it this year with keeping to their quarterly schedule. The thing is that, you know, you gotta expect that it's gonna be like dead last, like close to the very last day of the quarter that it can be, possibly even the last day of the quarter that it can be, to still technically be within the proper quarter. So for September's, I am honestly expecting that we'll probably see like September 29th, September 30th will be the update day. I'm thinking the next one probably will be too fucking huge. You've got this. You know, it probably won't be massive, but I'm definitely hoping for at least 1 new map, and if Fat Shark is feeling so kind, a new set of Mortar Trial memories. Can't you see I'm bubbled? Hey, I'm bubbling here. I wish my bubble shield wasn't ready. Woo! Holy shit. You absolute blood! The fucking brass balls! Nice job! Clutcha Rudy! The clutch! Fuck off, Burgle! One request for you, that's how we play a standard mission. Now, do you mean like non-Auric as well? Tell me what difficulty. You guys gotta be specific with me, please. Because then we get into a situation where like somebody's like, okay, if we're not doing Havoc, then I at least want to do Auric Maelstrom, and I'm like, okay, that's on the standard mission board, and then I queue that, and then like it's still not congruent with what the hopes and expectations were for everyone. So please just be direct and explicit with me with what difficulty level you guys would like to play. Because I'm down to do anything. I just need to know so that I can make sure that we're composing our strike teams appropriately so that everybody has an opportunity to play the difficulty level that they would like. Okay, damnation or heresy. Cool. Honestly, then, Shovel Enjoyer, we might... Ooh, actually, that would be a ways of a wait. Shit. Just looking at the queue, and I still have a goddamn eyelash in my eye. You know, something similar to Chaos Waste? Oh, I definitely have a feeling that's coming. So, story-wise, the whole, like, Mortis Trials thing, which is kind of like Chaos Waste Light, right? With the random effects that you can pull and everything like that, your random buffs, etc. The Mortis Trials is literally supposed to be the trials to see if you can hack it as Mortis level operatives. So I will not be at all surprised if the Mortis Trials end up leading into the Mortis Operations, and that ends up being the Chaos Waste mode. Hola, Panavino! Can we get a Demons Out the Wazoo difficulty? I'd rather not.
This whole place is a
Also,
testament
Zeke,
to
sorry,
your
you are in the queue.
carelessness. How long has it been thus?
Probably been ruined at least a century or two. But then again, I promise
Hola, Panavino.
I only have been decades.
Let the
How are you
heretics keep
doing?
the wretched place for all I care.
Oh, fuck, it's the Temu twins. Could one request playing Mortis Trials on stream? Fuck yeah, we've done it before. I'll do it again. That's a fucking threat, too. No, yeah, I am totally fine with Mortis Trials. I'm down with literally what oh, fuck me. Oh my god, what the fuck? How did that happen? All right, coming to help do my part with the connections. Damn it! Put me down. It'll be interesting to see what we do stream-wise, like Q-wise and everything in the future. When when we actually get a proper Mortis Trials mode. Or not Mortis Trials. Chaos Waste mode in Darktide. Because like those are long things. Like you're in it. And you're in it for like you lock in. You're in it for several missions worth, so that'll be oh fuck me! Oh shit! Oh god! Oh Christ, sorry! I almost fucked that up hardcore. Oh god. Where is Window? Where is Window? Stop it. Okay, I need to lock in, guys, sorry. Okay, we need to finish taking this bitch's lunch money. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, none of this is ideal. Don't try to grab the others. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? All right. Oh, God. Can you go out the window? Put this here. There's no way. There's no way. I can't get around this box. Well, I've fucked myself now. Damn it! Remember Chaos Waste? No, Chaos Waste was from Vermintide 2. It was a special, different game mode where essentially it would give you a map. So you would get almost like a game board map kind of looking thing. Also, nice try, guys. Sorry. I was not expecting, to get thrown in with Rinda at the end there. But diddled by the Temu twins every fucking time, man. It's always the fucking Temu twins. You would essentially get a map, and then you would have, like, it would show you... You would have divergent paths on this map. And then you would have different missions And you could only see like 1 or 2 like missions out from where you were to like plan out your route. And then you would have like your team vote on which direction they wanted to go. You get to see like what the modifiers were. They would have like only certain factions on maps and stuff like that. And then it essentially was a gauntlet. Like if you lost one of the missions, you lost the whole Chaos Waste run and you had to start over from the beginning. And then like you also only brought in like completely gray tier weapons with you. So just like basic gear. And then you would find boon stations where you can empower your weapons or trade them out for different ones. And you would like collect a special currency throughout the maps and the missions and everything that you would spend at these stations. And then you could also like go to boon stations that give you like special powers. Like in the beginning of Chaos Waste, they had a chain lightning thing that was completely fucking busted. It was a ton of fun where it just like it would chain to enemies and like it could also like stack crits and stuff like that. It was fucking crazy. What level am I in Havoc? That was 21. Yeah, it was like a raid thing basically. And then you get to the end and you do like essentially an extra difficult gauntlet of 2 missions back to back. That were just like higher level intensity and everything. And then if you won at the end of it, then you got like a blessing or like essentially a piece of information or something from like a character's chosen god. Stream just started? No, I've been going for a couple hours. We would need more enemy types and variety first. Very true. Do you need people to push to get to 40? I'm not concerned about getting to 40, Ripped Limbo. I'm really not. You really missed out on Vermintide? It's still around. It's still getting updates. It's actually going to have an update coming out relatively soon. So yeah. Also, hello, webcam. Also, Half-Blood, you need to do that on its own in a message. Also, Shovel Enjoyer, Teak and Orange Modders, you guys are up. Do know Shovel Enjoyer specifically asks you to do a lower intensity mission. So if Teak and Modders, if you guys are wanting to do like a really high intensity mission, what might be a good idea to do, because also Gary is fairly soon in the queue. And Gary Watkins wanted to do Malleus Monstrosum. So that might be a good one to do with Shovel Enjoyer on like a heresy level difficulty or something, to get that penance done for him. Because Teak, I know that you usually like to do the higher level difficulty stuff. Do you think we'll possibly see a Great Unclean One? Maybe a Death Guard? It's totally up to you, Teak. I just want to let you know what's up with what's been requested. Because I also know, like I said, you tend to like to try and run the harder ones. And I do too. I mean, I'm happy to do anything, but just like I know that is something usually gone for. Yeah, I think that we'll probably see. So I definitely think that that's what Admonition is trying to do, is summon a Great Unclean One. And I'm definitely down to talk more about that in a moment once we figure out what our strike teams are going to be. Here. Something about making the twins never take a bath. So modders, how do you join the strike team? So pinned to the top of my chat, to the top of the chat is my Darktide friend code. And so what you'll do is you'll open up the social menu. Then if you're on PC, it's E to find player. If you're not on PC, it'll tell you what button to do in that lower right hand corner here where it says find player. Then here where it says enter a Fat Shark friend code to find a player, you're going to drop in my number here, my friend code, and then send me a request to join my strike team. Oh, wait, they're dead. Gary Watkins, are you here? Are you ready? So yeah, Great Unclean One, that definitely seems to be what Admonition was trying to do with Rodin's body, probably essentially using him as like a named character. Gary, you're up in this one. We're going to do a heresy level difficulty and get you that Malleus Monstrosum penance. Here, I'll pull it again really quick. I'll drop that friend code in the chat. There you go. They're using Rodin Karnak's body to stuff a demon host into him. And it's probably a great unclean one. The demonic spirit of a great unclean one. Admonitions, like essentially patron demon that they've made a pact with as part of their like cult ascendancy and everything. Which is pretty common, fairly standard operations for a lot of chaos cults in 40k. As far as other things, Death Guard, I personally think yes. I think that we will see a Plague Marine, at least one Plague Marine to fight in Darktide. I think probably. Khorne as a faction, a viable choice. I mean, it's a perfectly viable choice. I don't know if they are going to end up wanting other chaos faction to essentially wrestle with Nurgle for the spotlight, or if it's more, because I definitely think that there are a lot of like characters that they've kind of started like peppering in pretty obvious nods to the other chaos gods with them. I don't know if that's something where they're going to be, you know, bringing that into the game, into this Darktide, or if that's something that they're looking at doing for future Darktide sequels or something. I don't know. Okay, monstrosity. Gonna run a relic blade. Sweet. Imagine thinking this whole demon possession thing is a great idea, and then it happens and it's nothing but a pain. It turns out that the demon is a really big bitch. Next stream, you'd like to do the Zealot just a flesh wound? We can try that, Vicarious Wrath. Are you back in the queue again? Wrath, if you want to, you can hit the queue again. We can try it, especially... So at this point, the biggest problem with just a flesh wound, is it 50 or 50% health? What? You have to do at least half of the total damage of the monstrosity to the monstrosity. But the way that it usually works on stream is that you'll essentially get like first dibs on the first monster. So whenever the first one comes out, like we'll essentially just like kite other things around and like clear hordes and stuff like that while you just go to town on that thing. Yeah, hit the queue again, Vicarious Wrath. The thing is that the big bitch of it now that they took the Orthos offensive out of the regular lineup of missions is that used to be our go-to for getting just a flesh wound done, because you could use the bell skip to get to the end of the mission in the Karnak fight. And as long as you ran a stopwatch, because you have to be below one wound for 75% of the time spent in the mission, has to be a private mission, and it has to be finished in 20 minutes or less. So we would use the bell skip to go straight to the end of the Karnak fight, as long as you're running a stopwatch and keeping track of how long it's taking it, because like the entrance, the bell skip loading time, the cutscene, all of those things are actually counting in your total time spent in the mission. But then usually in that room right before the elevator, you'd usually get a flamer or something. So you'd use the bell skip, hit that room right before the elevator, take your health down to just below one wound with like the flamer or something like that, get into that boss fight, clear it, nothing flat, you're done, you're in and out. Oh, well, actually, we wouldn't clear it as fast as possible. I would keep track of how long it took us to get to the boss fight. And then since we needed a 75% under one wound mission time, based on when you would get your health under one wound, I would then like calculate how long we would have to kite Rinda Karnak around to fuck with her before we could finish the mission. Hell yeah, Bran, we're gaming. Just have someone aggro, you can have someone to aggro anyone else.
I will protect you, simpletons!
You wanted to do that too? Just a flesh wound?
I need brains to begin with. That's the beauty ended.
Now, the other mission that you can do it with the timetable thing that will always be applied is rolling steel. Rolling steel is just a little bit finicky because obviously your mileage is going to vary a lot more on that than something as like consistent and repeatable as the Orthus Offensive. No, so Vicarious Wrath, yeah. So since you're back in the queue, we'll still be going in queue order. So it will be a little while, but if you are down to hang out for, you know, a few strike teams and stuff, then we'll get you in. And then on deck after this one, we have Teak and Orange, Section 8, and Dahuasi. Friendship. Is Friendship here? All demons are very opinionated. It's true. That's proof positive that I'm a demon. I would know the easiest way to do the vet 80-98% shots with no ammo left at the end. Yes, hi Raptor. It's to run double barrel shotgun on that because the ammo on that weapon is typically pretty low, and then on shotguns, if even one of your pellets hits an enemy, it's considered a hit. So you could take a shotgun, aim it to the like left of a horde, wing one poxwalker with one pellet, miss all the rest, and still get counted as a hit. What, Beanie? So webcam, that is an old cheese thing, but as far as I'm aware, they patched that out of the game like many, many months ago, possibly even a year ago. That might have changed. The last I knew, they definitely fixed it so that that essentially exploit was patched up and fixed. So any time that you spend in a down state or in a dead and waiting to res state is counting you as above a wound. No worries, High Raptor. Yeah, hopefully that'll help.
The soul is willing, the flesh weak. Pilgrim, find your wounds.
Rannick will go far.
Why is everyone glazing Rannick? I've been trying since S1. Oh. If it's any consolation, I also don't have that one. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's one that I still need. It is raining. I guess maybe they think the boss is listening. Like, everybody hype the boss. Does it show how many are in gaming as that was the only character you had for so long? Man, it doesn't fucking matter. Because awesome, y'all are just haters. Strategy for accuracy, penance, using the double barrel, hitting ads for all your shots. Yeah. Definitely. That would be my recommendation. Double barrel. I mean, if you're going for the that ammo accuracy based one that I can't remember the name of it, always dumping your shots into hordes is going to be a safe bet because you're going to be more likely to hit an enemy in that dense crowd. But yeah, the shotgun will definitely help improve your odds. Oh, fuck me. What the fuck just happened? What the fuck?
Hey, Saber!
Blood for the Emperor! Skulls for the Golden Throne!
Hello? Oh, I'm still here!
Oh my god, this isn't a Havoc. And also I'm supposed to be giving first dibs on monster to oh shit, we lost someone.
Take it.
To Gary.
All systems green. Uplink restored.
You're reconnecting. No worries. If it gives you any grief, just let me know if you need me to like tuck myself into a corner. And no, you're fine. Dude, you're not in charge of like DCs and everything like that. It ain't your fault. And just let me know if you need me to tuck myself into a corner and get you another strike team invite. Brannick has a statue of the God Emperor in his colon.
The machine is broken. What a surprise!
Unime. Oh my god.
Psychic shield!
A merciful death for this
Oh, fucking A. Okay. Bloop. 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 See, wouldn't it be nice if we had a tech adept? You just do this passively somehow.
Data link back online. You are not a complete failure. Well done, I suppose.
Fox versus Kobe mean to the flames. What a bitch.
Parameters almost met.
To make battle brew, no dying while you're on. I'll do my best, High Raptor.
Cat shotgunner!
I really hope we didn't already get a monstrosity and I just lame brained and killed it.
The bomber will trouble us no more.
Oh, that hurt!
The swift end is all the mercy heretics deserve.
If only you could read my thoughts as I had yours, you'd say the same about me. Ha! So much for that, Thrasher!
Gen X, hell yeah! I may need a help with a reminder at the end while I'm doing like the wrap up and everything, but we will do that. Fire Knight is your favorite thing to do while data sculling, just popping it at your feet and you're basically sat for it. Damn, I wish they would let psychers have flame grenades. You enjoy your auto self and mod for the dumb aspects. I don't mind it so much. It's just whenever I start getting smacked around while I'm on it. Because usually I'll do the covering for it and just do flame bursties like I'm doing right now. They stagger. They swagger. It slices, it dices, it catches the mices.
The warm stench of a demon host.
Murderpack. The train's still one. For good or ill, it
Are your Hive Gang or your hopes for a new class? That's completely fair. I know a lot of people are on Team Sisters of Battle, and let's see, what else have I heard? Oh, like essentially Space Marine in training, so it's not technically a Space Marine. Know approximately when I'm gonna be done, so make sure they're still on. Let's see here. So we are at 9:20. It's about an hour and a half plus an hour and 40 minutes left. We have 1, 2, 3 strike teams. So probably around 11, honestly. Oh, fuck. Oh. So probably about usually on the time I would normally end. Probably around 11. In fact, let me help stack that deck in our favor and close the queue right now.
I found yours.
No action can compensate for the curse of your freakish nature.
No action can compensate for the curse of your freakish nature. I fucking love how matter of fact that Zealot is. No probs, Gen X.
This is our path.
Zealot shit is so funny. I also love the interaction between my psyker personality and one of the Zealots where they talk about like, oh, I would have just killed you. And then they're like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, it's just a minor detail. Oh, well, excuse me for thinking my own death a minor detail. So funny. Nope, no one's up. Some of the psyker personalities are very straightforward. Yeah, some of them are. So are this is a fucking Zealot though. Fucking kills me. So funny. I'm gonna lie, you're too weird to be saved. Too much of a sinner. Sin levels impossibly high. Can't be done. Heard some people say combat servitor. What came to mind is like how Wilhelm played in Borderlands the pre-sequel. Maybe. You know, the I've seen some people say servitor class 2. That one seems like a hard sell to me because part of the point is appealing to a power fantasy, right? And then also seeing like these larger than life, you know, character archetypes and everything that we've seen peppered throughout the Warhammer 40k lore over the fucking decades come to life. And that's where I have a problem with combat servitor as like a tough sell of something that they might actually bring into the game, because like I don't know if it's in anybody's power fantasy to be a lobotomized husk of a former person. And then also the same for like the characterization on that and stuff. Admech on the ship calls us pre-servitors. Yeah, KX. Be a very big combat servitor. Play hard mode as a regular servitor. No personality there though. I mean, now to be fair, the servitors are some of the fucking funniest things in Space Marine 2. If you happen to have not played Space Marine 2, totally understandable. But there are servitors all throughout the ship, and like some of the interactions they have with the admechs are just hysterical. BD Dubs, it's your power fantasy.
This place is symbolically important, but strategically.
Didn't know anything about the universe of your servitor, right? Seems like a good deal. Actually, it depends. Sometimes the lobotomization process either... Oh, okay. Gary gets dibs on this one. Lilith, you're up.
Engaging war protocols. Remo neutralized.
Short shield ray! Cripple them! Do you not see it?
The Assassinorum is a hard sell for you. I also don't really know what place that would have. I'll try and keep Bubble Shield up for you so it won't puke on you. I say with Bubble Shield not being even remotely close up. All right.
Take shelter!
Sometimes the process doesn't strip away all the subject humanity and brain function. Yeah, so essentially like, or they can choose to not do the lobotomization process and essentially have you as a servitor. Well, or lobotomizing, but not fully. Oh shit. Okay, that should have been plenty. Yeah, nice. Got it. You know, essentially they can choose to leave you intentionally aware of like what's happened to you, but essentially trapped inside of your own body and unable to do anything about it. So you're not always not aware of what's happened, you know, the situation of the universe.
Our allies be
Sometimes you're deeply acutely aware and you can do nothing about it. Could you say any Xenos working with Grendel's warband out of desperation? There are Vox intercepts that you can find on the Darktide YouTube channel or on the Fat Shark YouTube channel. If you go to playlists, it's the last Vox essentially the highest numbered Vox intercepts. They never formally announce them or put them out to the community, but they're there in the playlist. And there's one of them where a Wormlord operative says something that heavily implies that Grendel has worked with the Eldar before, the Eldari.
requires them for
So, the cat people debut? Jesus Christ, that'd be so funny. I'd be so on board for that. Six Sisters Battle Fanatic covers that pretty well. Best case would be Tech Priest. I would love to see a Tech Adept. I would love to see. I think that, because, like, here's the thing. No matter what class they add to Darktide, we can pretty much always guarantee that it's going to have a gun and or a melee. You know, maybe the composition on that will change, you know, like, Krubers,
That's better. So much fun.
Grail Knight, that's the one. Where he had double melee, possibly stuff like that. However, Darktide, them trying to balance the game to be more of a better variety of melee and range combat. I'm not sure how likely that is.
Scotty, is it too much to
But we can guarantee that they'll always have a weapon. You can pretty easily explain basic weapons training on damn near any type of character that could be brought into Darktide. So then, in my opinion, the question should be, what's the most unique types of like functions and kits that can be brought to the table? And I personally would love to see like a Tech Adept or something like that, because I think they could bring a lot. Arc rifles could be fun. We have to have lore that shows us the cat people being the absolute worst. Cleanse of Nurgle's Rot? Hell yeah.
Faith is the strongest weapon. You should try it.
To get cat people instead of humans as cats features, as cats with human features. No, it's really a thing. Felinids. Oh, sorry, Brent. I closed the queue. If we need a backfill, though, I'll definitely let you know. But Gen X redeemed a guide the raid thing, and in order to be able to do the raid, I have to wrap up, you know, pretty on time at 11. And also, I wouldn't mind getting to wrap up on time. Took a shower. Okay, you did what most tabletop players do. You took a shower? What? They take showers? I didn't know it. Blitz for Tech Priest lets you pull out a third primary weapon and an arm. That'd be cool. I'd love to see a Mecha Dendrite wall. I'd love to see bubble shields. I'd love to see essentially damage buffs. There's a whole bunch of options in my opinion. Hotshot Laza Power Fist Vet. I'm fully on Team Power Fist Vet. When I was doing my simulations, I genuinely, you know, found one of the many 40K tabletop simulators out there, like essentially numbers simulators for the whole, like, you know, how would a Blightlord Terminator potentially go based on the tabletop. And I was fucking around with, like, you know, just trying to find like the most appropriate analogous models and everything based on their abilities and their weapons available to them and their loadouts and stuff like that. I was like, God damn it, I am fully on Team Power Fist for Vet. I've seen what has been stolen from us. I've read the nitty gritty details and I'm all for it. Hotshot Laz or volley gun, that'd be so cool. Blessings of the Omnissiah is like an aura maybe? Restricted ranged weapons or something? Yeah, I mean, since tech priests are essentially the manufacturers, the constructor of weapons, it totally would make sense for them to have like auras and stuff like that that could give you, you know, they give the whole team damage buffs. It would make sense for them to have that energy bubble shield that we see on captains and stuff like that that could work similarly to Saltspire's Warrior Priest shield. There's just so much you could do. Sisters of the Thorn in Vermintide 2, Kerillian's bonus class, had vine walls that could work as Mechadendrite walls. But they've already done the minion class. That's what they said. That's what Victor Magnuson said in the interview he did recently, was that like they knew that people loved the pet class from Vermintide 2 with the Necromancer, and so that's part of why they went with Arbites first, because people responded really well to that. So apparently they consider this the minion class, the Arbites the minion class. Want a power fist and a pistol as a weapon? One weapon, left kick, shoot, right click, punch, special ability, uppercut. Ooh. Type priest can use melee weapons, two-handed axes. We get fighting orcs. That'd be so fun though if we did. I would love that. Wish Sienna had better minion options instead of just temporary extra minions. I actually like the way that her thing played a little bit more. I found it a little bit more engaging on Sienna's skeletons than I do the Arbites dog. But that's just me. Take! Section 8. Friendship. Last call for friendship. This is the last time that I will ever offer friendship. Their spot in the queue, specifically. Space Dwarf? Maybe. Just want a class that can get rid of gas and fire. That's, well, I mean, there are definitely like zealot abilities and stuff like that. Love the mean type option where you can go full Hellman ghosts and summon skeletons only, like a buff staff. That's fair. That's 100% fair. You're section 8. Perfect. Thank you for letting me know. Who's up? So we have Teak and Orange. Section 8, who just joined the game here. I'm looking to see if Teak's here. Good night, Shuffle Enjoyer. Thanks for playing and for hanging out. I'm gonna Lex you up. Genix, you always have the best fucking character names. Let's see. Modders just went. Gary went. Section 8's here. Friendship. There's no friendship. Dahuasi, you're up. We go Votan. Book of Grudges is going to get a lot bigger real quick with all the operative banter. That'd be fun, though. Tech it up and then AoE purge ability that clears all enemy AoEs would be nice. They just like, they put out their arms and like their little fans on their hands and it just pushes all the gas away. 60 out of 60 on Psyker. Fuck yeah. You only need to master the void stuff and then you're all done. Hell yeah. That's exciting, dude. Gotta wake up at 5 to fight LA traffic. Aw, tank. And Havoc too. Did you say that's going in the book? Chip is magic? It is. I agree. Oh wait, we're doing Havoc, yeah? Yeah. Hey, we do have a combat servitor. See, guys, I'm having a stroke. Dreams do come true.
Hear the call of battle.
If everyone could please go up to the Havoc counter and speak to Commissar Duquesne to clear your notifications, we can get this wagon train moving. Magic is heresy. On deck, we have David Stoddard, Egguardo, and Far Heavens. Now, Far Heavens, I think that we're going to be doing a lower difficulty mission with David Stoddard's turn. So do you want to go ham on like Havoc or something like that? Or are you cool to do something more chill? When will be the next stream? It's going to be Friday at noon Pacific time, and we're gonna be playing some Helldivers. So I've already made my decision. Is this the last one? No, but I have closed the queue. The queue may end up going a little bit more quickly than I anticipated. So basically everybody just sit tight if you're wanting to play more. We're gonna see, because like Havoc can take a while depending on. So we'll see how these games go and see how that shakes out with the queue. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure, Far Heavens. DK doesn't do it for you, but has one. What about a blank as a playable class? But that would be such a fuck you to people who play Psyker. Like, I'd be pissed if I was in a strike team with a blank and I couldn't play my Psyker. Like, if they were just fucking useless. I would not be pleased.
I prefer downside to this place. The air is so dry, and one can.
Why does Darktide even have a sniper option for classes? They don't? Blank wouldn't work, so shouldn't have anything special except against warp. So, I mean, to be fair, if we get true demons in the game, there's potentially some room there to like have like aura suppression and stuff like that. But and you know, maybe if you made him a hive gang or two or something. Wow. There are definitely things that could be done there. But like, I love Psyker. Psyker is the most fun class for me to play. I would be fucking pissed if I ended up in strike teams with blanks because like, you just don't play. I guess I just run around and stab things. Tempestus Scion just be another vet. Yeah, and then also they gave us Tempestus Scion skins. Personally, in my opinion, I think that if they gave us a paid skin cosmetic for if they gave us a paid skin cosmetic for a character class, you know, like something that would normally, that could have been considered a character class, you can probably write that off for getting a full ass class of it. I could be wrong, but that would be my expectation probably.
I will protect you, simpletons.
Natural anathema to warp beings be like. You can have buffs against demon hosts and monstrosities. They could, but again, like, how do you make them? How do you make a lore accurate blank that doesn't fuck Psyker players? You're trying to can't. Need ratlings, hobbits that are specialized in marksmen. Maybe, especially if they gave them like their grappling hooks or something like that, that could be fun. I have heard that supposedly Fat Shark has like said a hard no on ratlings. There's already a big uproar that the arbitrator is better than Sell It, so I doubt we'll get a sign on Battle Sister. You hate psychers? That's okay, David. Psychers hate you. Slothman, sorry, the queue is currently closed. We're kind of waiting to see what shakes out here as far as how quickly these games go. Just because like Havoc can take a little while. It may go faster than I think. So stick around if you'd like to play. There very well may be an opportunity later on. My brother and the Emperor, David Stoddard, I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've had something brain bursted, almost had the complete brain burst off, and then somebody shoots it literally as I'm doing the like, I crush your head animation. No one steals more kills from than people steal from a brain bursting psyker. Also, I don't know how to tell you this, but this is a cooperative game with no scoreboard, and well, I guess maybe if you have the mod, keeps track of it. What class should you 100% next? Ooh. Psyker the only one you have done? Good darn kids. You just gotta make every shot count? Fuck yeah, Blood, good job. If I ran the scoreboard mod, it would legitimately be so then whenever I change my builds around and stuff, because especially usually, so like for example in Chaos Waste and Vermintide 2, BD Dubs and I played a lot of that, and we were at a difficulty wall for a while on, I think like difficulty level 3 or something like that. Or as a bitch, we were struggling, and you know, we'd find that some runs or you know clutch of runs we were having more problems with monstrosities. Sometimes we'd find that we were having more problems with hordes. Sometimes it was just me feeling like my survivability as Sienna was just piss poor and I couldn't, you know, carry myself and everything. And so I would change my builds around, my loadouts and stuff like that. And yeah, this guy's name is Shagger. You know, I would switch it out and I would use the scoreboard to help tell me at the end of the match the goal that I was trying to achieve with, you know, switching my loadout, my build and everything around. Did I achieve that? Was I able to do that? And I genuinely miss the scoreboard. I think it's kind of silly they won't even let us have an individual one. Brain Burst really needs a buff. It does. Brain Burst is a little bit too slow. It really is. Especially compared to like all the reload speed buffs that you can get in our BDs and stuff like that. Brain Burst is a little bit undertuned comparatively. You only need just a flesh wound for Zealot. Oh, right, modders. Well, if we have time and if I happen to see a rolling seal up, we'll get you in. Mirror Chain is incredibly fun in Mortis. Yes, it is. Brain Burst also does only one target. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. I think that if it were a little bit faster and also maybe didn't generate as much peril, which granted you can build your build to mitigate that or nullify it completely. So that's all well and good. It just, you know, as long as I'm wishing here. A little bit less peril generation, but more than anything, just a little bit of an increase on that charge time. Yeah, the chains of 10, those 10s of the group 10s of the head pops, so funny. It's so much fun. Use a scoreboard because even though it's a team game, you like to know if you're contributing or not. That's fair. I mean, that's why. So I am an incredibly competitive person by nature. I am a bit of a sweat, but I don't play anything particularly, like any game particularly well enough to really like back up my sweatitude. But I think part of it is just because, like, especially growing up as a nerd around guys and everything, and just like always kind of feeling like I needed to be scrappy to like belong. I'm just super, super, super competitive to the point where it can be a problem. And that carries over and even into games like this, because it's like, fuck, I really want to like bring it. I want to do well. I want to help. I want to do something. And I found that typically, if I can like essentially find a hole in what's happening team-wise, like if we keep like consistently running up against something that's a problem and stuff, then like I'm like, oh cool, I can give myself a job and like chase that and like compete with myself on that, and that's helpful for me. Lovely.
The psycho might actually be competent.
Don't forget, Fat Shark made weapon customization. Games Workshop said no. That's true, but I don't really know why Games Workshop would say no to a scoreboard. Maybe it was a Games Workshop thing, and they took the fall for Games Workshop's stupid decision.
Oh, well, that's much
About an Eviscer Assassin or just an assassin in general. Give uses the Sims to get additional bonus from Sims? Maybe. You know, I think that aside from what they've said is off the table, which as far as I understand for playable characters is Ratlings and Space Marines, I think that anything is perfectly viable for options, and that Fat Shark will put into the game whatever they think will generate them the most revenue, and whatever Games Workshop will sign off on for licensing. Odd hide scores sometimes too, it's weird. You know, and I get it. I get it. Like, I understand that there are douchebags out there who will be like, yeah, but look at the scoreboard, so shut the fuck up because you're garbage and I'm good and I was better than you, even though, like, you know, it might be like maybe they had 50 more kills or something like that in a game like this, and then everything else was less. But the thing is that you're never going to be able to stop people who want to be a douche from being a douche. And then also, again, just give us individual scoreboards. Fucking A. What the hell? As a psyker mean, you want more stabs? Same. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. And then that's when you say fuck you and your mother? What? Oh, douchebags, yeah. I mean, and that's fair. I still just want an individual score. Assassin armor would be too much, though the females would make money. Oh, damn it. Oh, shit. That worked out well. Armor 40K was made because of the British, with the British in mind, because they missed conquering. It was made by the British, probably because they missed conquering. I don't know, Vivicakes, because aren't like Inquisitors and stuff like that options in those types of in those games?
Do you really think that bother to evacuate us first? Careful what you wish for. A fine shot.
How much money do you think I've spent on Darktide? Do I think I've spent on Darktide? How much was the Imperium edition? So I got the highest level edition of this game, pre-order. I did that. And then I have purchased, let's see. I sent a copy of RBDs to a friend as a late birthday present because I was wondering what game to get him, and I was like, oh right, you're gonna be stoked about this, so, like, let me get you that whenever it comes out for your birthday. So that was what, 15, somewhere around there. Fuck me, man. Can the guy just let me go? The fuck are I even? Well, I guess I did set him on fire, to be fair. That is my bad. So that, and then I also the one cosmetic that I have purchased premium currency for so that I can own it is the trench coat cosmetic for the RBDs. So definitely less than a Hunsky. I have definitely made more money on Darktide than I have put money into it. I am not a big, so here's the thing, I'm incredibly picky about cosmetics, and usually there's at least one thing in each cosmetic that ruins it for me that I would have otherwise bought, and then I'm like, I would have worn this if it weren't for this one stupid fucking looking part about it. And so I don't buy it. Darktide needs more weapons. What's the special edition arbitrator? Another 20 bucks of Achilles. It's leaked that there's another color variant of their BD's coat. Yeah, isn't it maroon? Spent a ton of money on skins. Really think it's not that much because he came from Call of Duty. That's fair. Or Overwatch or anything. I mean, to be fair, well, I don't know how much the COD skins are. They're pretty spendy, aren't they? If I remember right. Oh, it's brown? I thought it was red. Game needs more weapons. I think certain characters need more weapons. But honestly, I think the Zealot and Vet have just fine amount for variety, at least for now. 24 bucks a pop? Damn. I don't know. I guess it depends on what you enjoy, David Stoddard. I really enjoy PvP games. I think they're fun. I'm fucking sick in the head, and I enjoy Escape from Tarkov and Arena. So, and Overwatch. And all sorts of things. Don't get Joe the idea for making a Wildberry Pop Tart skin for our BDs. Look, if I honestly thought that Fat Shark would listen to anything I had to say, I would have pitched that one to them a long time ago. Ogren definitely needs a few more. Psychers needs more staffs. And I think that most of that comes from the fact that, like, Sienna definitely has staff variety that they could just pretty easily, like, plop over from Vermintide and give to her. The Lex is the Lex! Hell yeah. It's fucking fire, bro. Play PvP games so you get mad at other people? That seems healthy. That's just part and parcel to the experience, in my opinion. Hearing Melody includes the lowest power Warhammer game. Basically plays reject level people. Honestly, I think that the rejects are probably a little more powerful than you think they are. Because so the vet on the based on like 10th edition tabletop is a Acadian commander. The Psyker is like a Primus Psyker, I believe is what they're called. Zealot is pretty closely matched to a Minnesota Preacher, and the Ogrins are, I mean, Ogrins are basically on the scale of Space Marines. Our rejects are fucking stacked. They are formidable people. In terms of, oh, like, societal standing and stuff, that's fair. difficulty in this game would send so many people into a spiral. The thing is infected. Gonna put the ogre in, just fucking bulldozing through the mission. That's the other thing too, is that there are just so many problems with like Darktide's enemies and stuff, and like the way their aim mapping works and things like that. It's like, would I really translate that into PvP? I don't know. Reject some of the Imperial side as crackheads in reality. Dude, it's true. I mean,
I don't mean to intrude, but I believe I've heard you pray.
This is not the time for such
Curious about this.
discussions. Nor the place.
If faith is to have value, it must have value everywhere.
But I can save my breath for other things while I'm fighting for my life.
That was cute.
You know what to do.
Fuck, what was I saying? I don't know anymore. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus! Fucking A! I fucking hate Pox Burster so much. You start hearing that tick, 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 tick. It doesn't matter if you're in a room with a bunch of fucking big-ass men with clubs. I'm just so primed to be like, what? Danger! You suck at every game you play? I do too, David Sutter. Like, I'm not fantastic or competitive at any game except possibly Mario Kart, and compared to people who play like competitive Mario Kart, I'm nowhere near their league. It's okay. It's okay to play games and enjoy competition and not be fantastic at it. The fun is in the challenge. I find the fun in the challenge of growth in games like that. But I also fucking hate it, so I get it. It's painful. It's like rubbing salt and lemon juice in a never-closing wound, but god damn it do I live for it. Heard the new Mario Kart really blows? Yeah. I mean, I also play to win, but... Flipper grenade launcher for bat plasma pistol for human classes. Plasma pistol would be cool. Yeah, I've seen the new Mario Kart, and oh, fuck! I did not enjoy what I saw. I think that unfortunately that's gonna be a big miss for me. Lemon. Wall sending made you cringe. It also just looks so lame. I mean, it's basically like an automated riding on a rail portion for certain parts like that. And it's just like, why? Is that a thing? I also really don't like the whole, like, it looks like you can't really play tracks traditionally, where you can't do like a 3-lap circuit and everything like that. And I don't know. I don't want to do one leg or one lap of a race and then go on to the next one. I want to do all 3 in succession. Fuck you, Nintendo. Also, $80 for Mario Kart? $80 for Mario Kart? After the $500 Switch machine? Jesus. It's the only way I feel alive. I feel nothing anymore unless it's rage from PvP games. You literally have to go through actual traffic just to race. Now, see, that I don't mind. Because that, to me, is a clever way to reduce the downtime. Oh, for fuck's sake! Brenda! I will say in Mario Kart 8, playing, like, the online, play and stuff like that, there's a lot of time spent in those selection menus. So I'm not too upset at the idea of essentially getting to just like dink around and meander and drive your car while you're waiting essentially like for everybody to vote on a track, for everybody to like load in and transition to the next track and everything like that. But I don't like not getting to do like a whole race.
At least my sibling is now free.
Learn from dying, learn what to avoid, recognize when bad things are gonna happen. Yeah, or, you know, you try your best to do that, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes it takes a lot of repetition to get that muscle memory down, or to recognize those patterns. And it's okay. Uh-oh. Does anyone have a med kit perchance?
Hangar Delta 175 should be below you. Find a way down.
There's another fucking hexbound demon boss? God damn. We still have Temurinda. Here. Oh, Jesus. Well, that was a mistake.
They've got me.
Get an update for Darktide. Absolutely love the game. It's starting to get a little repetitive. At least Helldivers is next week. Yeah, Helldivers is next week. And then also, I mean, I would expect Darktide update end of September, hopefully. I'm hoping. Nintendo went from family games to let's sue any competition and ruin our reputations. Dude, they've done such a good job in making the worst PR for themselves. Oh, shit, you're gonna miss it. You know why? Because the last one is on the thing above. I noticed that. The last ritualist is on the thing above. See how that lightning's going up? Aw, fuck. Good try. That super fucking sucks that that spawn got stuck up there. That was garbage. Good try, team. Good try. How's the queue? So it is currently closed. We'll see how quickly the games go, but I've already got Brent and modders, and I think possibly a couple other people that were wanting to play that I told them they could hop in if we have extra time. You have every Nintendo system, even the ones that were bad like Virtual Boy. You're so upset when they didn't give us a free game with the Switch too. Yeah, completely fair. David Sutter, do you complain as you are about to play more Darktide? Because you're up, along with Eduardo and Far Heavens. No worries, Spooky. Has two $80 games on launch, and Nintendo can decide to not let you play your game machine. Oh yeah, they can brick it on a whim, and then they can't unbrick it. It was a lot of fun. We had a really good run. Unfortunately, it was just one, the fucking Temmie twins as usual, that kind of fucked us. And then also that there was that last ritualist, and yeah, they were standing, they got stuck up on top of the thing that the actual like demon host ritual was below. Hello, Eduardo. Yeah, I agree, Slothman. It sucks. Have I considered playing Space Hulk Deckwing? If you can simplify the gameplay, it's like Alien Isolation. It is not at all like Alien Isolation. How dare you insult Alien Isolation like that? I actually do have the Space Hulk Deathwing. I have played it. You know, it's definitely from the time where officially licensed 40K games were not necessarily is up in quality. Nintendo hates their customers, damn straight. The second you heard they made it so they can brick it, you weren't gonna buy it to begin with, but at that point you're just not buying anything Nintendo. Yeah, agreed.
Do not think of wasting.
Oh Lord, don't worry, I'm not gonna play Havoc. We'll do a nice chill heresy. And we'll do Dark Communion. Ever play It Still Wakes the Deep? I have not. Deathwing isn't bad, but it's not good. It's my favorite thing about Space Hulk Deathwing is whenever you're playing with bots and you can command your bot teammates to go break down the door and they'll just go like stomp up to it and just fucking punch the door and then go, "It is done, brother!" Like that is fucking hysterical. That's my favorite part. Very good horror game. Still Wakes the Deep. Let me write that down. I'm starting to get my October shit in line. So I'll note that down. Still Wakes the Deep. Thanks. How long has it been out? Do I play games like Diablo? I have. Action RPGs are not my favorite genre. Unfortunately, games like Diablo 2 and everything, like the ones that really kicked off that genre of game and got a lot of people into it, that was during the time when I typically wasn't allowed to play video games. Especially, like, I was just like literally not allowed to play a lot of shit or watch a lot of shit if it was like violent or could be construed as evil or something like that. So, Cyber Leader, good morning. The oil rig one still wakes the deep. One-ish years ago. Gotta do lately? Interesting. I might see if it's the PAX then. Deathwing's just kind of bad. It's fine. It's not great. It did, you know, again, for the time it was made and everything, I get it. It was a very different bag when it came to expectations for quality in a 40K game. Nothing's more satisfying than watching your minions turn a game that is not tower defense into tower defense. I think it might be kind of bad gameplay making it size for how heavy and bulky everything feels. They did a really good job on that. They did, yeah, they did pretty alright with that. It's fucking Gene Stealers though, man. Those faces. Sloth man, I'm processing what you've said. Ditto would have disrupted your purity ring? As in the Pokemon? Knolls pooping everywhere? That's not shocking. That sounds like typical Null activities. I sure love your face, Gene Stealer cultists. Did you spot any new voice lines, Joe? Thought I picked up on Brahm saying all pilots need to report for mandatory decontamination. That includes you, Miss Sosie. I actually haven't heard that yet. I don't think I've heard that one before.
We grow tired of thy broken promises, turncoat, and the grandfather. I am not afraid of you.
Oh, Sloth man, I get you. Okay. Now, the like Christian groups I grew up in, we were not doing purity rings, but I get what you're saying now. I was just completely lost in the sauce there for a second. You said ditto, and I was just like, the Pokemon? What? Why? How scary do you think a Slanesh Psyker could be? About as scary as any other demonic Psyker. I mean, all chaos cults for all gods have, you know, they're gonna have some kind of Psyker. Because typically they all participate in like summoning rituals and stuff like that, so about as much as a corn one or a Nurgle. Oh, right. No, yeah, no corn psychers. That's fair. Well, for cultists, though, they've got to have some cultists that are psychers, yeah? Again, for summoning rituals and things like that. To, like, open abyssal gates, weaken the barrier between worlds, etc. Which Charizard belong to?
It would appear that Wolfer has a man.
They use legally distinct incantations in Age of Sigmar, probably similar in 40k now. Legally distinct incantations. Sounds like fucking magic to me. Saying some words, waving your hands around, and making shit happen out of nowhere. Sounds an awful lot like magic. I challenge that legal distinction in the Court of Claw. Cult would Charizard belong to? Definitely a corn cult. You've been tempted to sell curses on Etsy? Dude. It's you and me both. So Jill, when in reality of 40k, when a Psyker blows up, like in Darktide, what's really supposed to happen? Oh, I mean, it depends. When Psykers overexert themselves in Warhammer lore, it can be any range of things. A lot of the times, essentially, so Psykers, especially particularly powerful Psykers that are often made use of in like an official, an official loyalist capacity and everything, their lifespans are typically considered to be quite low. Any number of things can happen, from like a goddamn demon bursting out of their forehead, just their heads exploding. They can collapse and then wake up later and say like, oh shucks dang, that sure did make me tired. It can really, it runs a full gamut, man. The player Psykers are beta, right? Somewhere around there, yeah. So there's, technically speaking, I think there's 40 levels of Psyker power in 40k. Though beyond level like 13, 14 is where it basically becomes theoretical. It's all like, we've never actually seen a Psyker this powerful before, but theoretically this is what we could be looking at. So around level 11 is when you have Psykers that are able to fully actualize their powers consistently. So essentially like be able to like conjure or tap into their innate gifts consistently and basically not be a risk for a demonic incursion by doing so, or possession. So we're looking at Bearman's level 11 power level on our Darktide Psykers. Somewhere between 11 and 13, most likely toward that lower end of like 11, and I believe that's beta if I remember correctly.
Lie to us again. Speak to us of how this is under thy control.
Yeah, it's not 8, it's definitely 11. Because like you don't get people who are even like fully capable of like consistently manifesting their powers until like 10. Horde Bear is Psyker, probably a Black Legion Psyker. And there, Horn Psyker and Dawn of War. Ah.
Calm down, Augustine. You're impossible. Coward! Kill that sexist minority!
I suppose that did take some skill.
Regularly call Psykers witches in chat, so a lot of the rejects probably think it's magic as well. Oh yeah, but BD Dubs was saying that, and I mean, like, technically speaking, so when it comes to the warp, like, essentially, since the warp is a completely non-physical realm of just like psychic energy and potential and everything, use of the warp is effectively magic. But BD was saying that, like, essentially Korn, because Korn is like fucking hates magic, hates everything about it, refuses to use it, so there's no like Korn Psykers, Korn-aligned Psykers. And I was like, well, wouldn't like the human chaos cult kind of need them? Because like they'll participate in summoning rituals, you know, like trying to bring their demons into the physical world and everything. They would need Psykers to participate in those rituals and like weaken the barrier between the planes, open portals, stuff like that. And BD was saying that apparently there's like something in Age of Sigmar that's kind of like legally distinct incantations, and so I was giving him a good ribbing, and I was like, I don't know, man, sounds an awful lot like magic to me. They just murder people hard enough to open portals. Fair enough. Doesn't Korn just use mass emotions, latent psychic energy, rituals instead of psychers? I don't really know what specifically their human chaos cults would do. That's what I'm referring to, because like whatever we were talking about originally was specifically in the scope of like, so if you had a fully human devoted cult like Admonition, but for other chaos gods, you know, their psychers, etc., etc. And then BD was like, no Korn Psykers. And I was like, that's a really good point. Would they? I don't know. Do they hear what's in the new patch? Should they nerf Arby's? I don't think that they nerfed Arby's. If anything, they fixed their fucking keystones and everything, which is nice. Mostly just a lot of like fixes and stuff like that, I think. They would be sacrificed quickly as the cult gained favor. That's probably a very good point. They'd probably use them for like the one thing that they needed done and then immediately sacrifice them. Unless you get enough blood in one place, Korn's demon take notice, maybe. Maybe if you get enough skulls, it can just take the place of a psyker. It just like, that's the whole thing about like demons, and I mean, like, it's fucking 40k, so, you know, it's always said, like, oh, demons can't exist in the physical world and everything. And then you'll have demonic incursions and wars that last fucking years long on a planet with demons on it. So, I mean, like, who the fuck knows? So essentially, like, yeah, the emotions and the suffering. So, like, for example, in the narrative trailer for this mission, they make a reference to the fact that essentially the spreading of the disease, the spreading of the walking pox, turning people into poxwalkers and groaners and everything like that has it's that emotion of despair and suffering and everything that helps empower the beings. It's part of the ritual to help feed Nurgle and his host and everything like that, essentially, and to be able to call upon them to summon them. As far as I'm aware, they still have to employ the use of ritualists, summoners, psychers that know how to perform those rituals to be able to fully open the portal. But maybe with Korn, there's some loopholes, or it works differently, or because his followers would be in just like such a fanatical, blind, devoted, like berserking bloodlust rage, maybe that's enough. I don't really know. I don't think that anyone has ever prescribed specifically what the consideration for reverence is amongst like a cult with a hive city with millions of people infected and, you know, stuff like that, and how much that goes, how far that goes compared to thousands or hundreds of thousands of devoted, bloodlusting psychopaths.
That's the mutiny ended.
Or a horror story about the pox spread in the Hab zone. Oh shit, that sounds awesome. That's what happened to the world leader librarians. Not turning up unless there's a 50-gallon of responsive.
You don't look well. I trust you can all see that.
Yeah, but Nurgle will only do that for his. So essentially, like, you have to be a devoted follower of Nurgle for him to, like, essentially take your pain away. The spread of the diseases and the experience of the pain and suffering amongst common people who are consider themselves loyalists is one of the common ways that a cult will, like, essentially try to empower and invoke his name. So even though the Groaners are attacking us and everything, and they aren't actually dead yet, you'd think, like, oh, well, that means that they're on the side of admonition. They're counted in the faction of admonition, but most likely it's more the, like, you know, encephalitic insanity and everything from the virus taking hold, because Groaners haven't fully died yet. You don't have the actual death and then reanimation until you get to, like, the Poxwalker level. Every patch note specific issue keeps getting fixed. Seeing fish issue that cause server to crash when multiple players step in a specific location in several missions. Well, you know, they keep finding different places that they're stepping. Like the Last of Us first infection phase, where there's still a bit. Yeah. Most likely. With Groaners, it's a little more tricky, but most likely they are basically out of their goddamn minds. It's similar, the Mobian 21st essentially became Groaners because they took the tainted stems and got infected, but they hadn't turned into Poxwalkers yet. That's what the Unrelenting Hordes were essentially tougher Groaners. And I mean, it's pretty unlikely that I don't believe in anything in Darktide's lore that they've referred to the Mobian 21st as like turncoats or anything like that, or like willing heretics, but more just like they done fucked up and did something stupid and got their asses diseased, and now they're part of the essentially like mindless rabid masses. Besides Darktide and Darktide, is there anything that plays like this? Left 4 Dead? Left 4 Dead 2? I guess it depends on what you mean by plays like this. Do you mean like with less of an emphasis on gun and more of an emphasis on melee? Deep Rock Galactic is a good one. Deep Rock Galactic has a lot going on. It has a lot of like cool mechanics, different mission variety, stuff like that. And also you play as a dwarf, and then you can go back to the main lobby area and get a big beer and get drunk, and then have your guy yell for Carl and stuff like that. The Mobian 26 were on Atomo and the Trader 6 fell. Yeah, but I mean, like, just because they were in a different place whenever the 6 fell doesn't mean that the Mobian 21st couldn't intentionally fall or, you know, like, make the decision to also become traders at a different time. I'm just saying that, like, so essentially in the story, we've had confirmation that they have become enemies, but in that same, like, turn, we have not been told that they intentionally made a conscious choice to serve Nurgle. It's more that they are considered unfortunate, stupid victims of their situation because they decided to take tainted drugs, and drugs bad, okay? Rock and stone. Wonder if the Mobian 21st armor turn up the skins for the rejects. Not to imply survival of the sim infection, but Mobian 21st skins already exist in the game. I think it was the, like, Imperial Edition pre-order or something like that, though. Or no, it was the first anniversary gift, I'm pretty sure. If you had purchased Darktide before a certain date on the first anniversary, they gave you the Mobian 21st cosmetic.
The three shall meet.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying, like, specifically where groaners are considered, I don't believe that they are, like, full on, like, yes, we serve Nurgle, we love Nurgle kind of thing. You look dopey. Joe, is it considered heresy to refurbish a heretic's armor and use it as your own? Probably. At least a little bit. Also, excellent job, team. Let's see. Zeke Gorsk, Half-Blood, and Vicarious Wrath. You guys are up next. And that will probably work out perfectly because that'll be our last strike team. And I think that that will be just enough time that we have to round out the stream. I see hearts. Is Pubit, is that you? Are you lurking around, you little so-and-so? Joe, what's worse, Splinter or Paper Cut? Splinter. How deep is the Splinter? New patch? Just a bunch of fixes, Modest Monkey. No, Pure, yes you are. What if I forgot you had grenades for the entire mission? That's okay. If it had been Havoc, you wouldn't have forgotten. Good morning, Pubit. Spooky, just wondered if there might have been a few on leave, etc. I'm just saying, sounds like there might be some. Yeah, the cosmetics do exist, but you had to have had Darktide purchased before a certain time. Wait, just a flesh wound? Who is this? Oh, Vicarious. Yes. We shall see. It'll kind of depend on what's on the mission board. Grinding some super credits? Hell yeah. So let's see. We have Half-Blood, Vicarious Wrath, Zeke Gorsk. Bye, David Sutter. Thanks for playing and for hanging out. Zeke Gorsk. Blue balls again. Probably end of September for the next update, like actual content update. Because they've been doing it quarterly and they have been doing it right at the end of the quarters. So I would bet September 28th, 29th, 30th, dead end of the quarter. It's one of those wood splinters you get from rubbing your finger on planks. Don't cry yourself to sleep. Zeke Gorsk. Okay. Then, Brent Lopez. Brent, are you still here? Yeah, from what I understand, BD, they fixed our BDs. Yeah, BD or BDs. Or actually, Modders, do you want to go? Cause Vicarious Wrath also needs just a flesh wound, so we're gonna be doing a run for that. Rolling Steel is up. With your new ISP, how bad is 197 to 232 MS Europe server side? You probably won't have a great time. It won't be the worst, but it probably won't be great. Should remove the private game requirements from some of the penances. Agreed. It's kind of silly. Joe, what do tech priests consume to keep what organics that are left alive? I would assume the same as anybody else. Corpse starch. Yeah, I mean, like, so I don't think that I've ever played Darktide specifically with any of my friends in Europe with them hosting. I have played things like Sea of Thieves and stuff like that, in that situation. And it's not great. I can tell you that. But I also play, like, Tarkov and stuff like that whenever my friend from England is hosting, so I'm on European servers. And, it's playable. I definitely get ping diffed sometimes and stuff like that, but it's not terrible. They fixed the keystone that marks target. Should work correctly now. Dope. Sweet. No, you're fine, modders. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's kind of silly that they have the private game requirements. Because, like, you can't play solo. It's a lie.
I rather thought it might. Very well, I'll have Hestia see what we can send your way.
Do the brain burst penance in a private game? What's the difficulty level requirement on that? Isn't it malice? I'm bound by the disagreement in Games Workshop. Do you think it only takes one Astartes to fix a Toma? I think you'll need a lot more than that. Heresy level? Okay. Play Darktide with Americans in the game. You can hear their accents to know if they were Europe, USA. Games played okay though. What are we going for? Need me to run anything in particular? Okay, so we're doing just a flesh wound. And the requirements for anybody who needs just a flesh wound is you have to be at 1 wound or below 1 wound for 75% of the mission, time spent in the mission. And you have to complete the mission in 20 minutes. It has to be on heresy level difficulty or higher, and it has to be a private game. I've got the private game portion covered. What we will need, since we are going to be doing Rolling Steel on heresy, it probably won't be too bad. But essentially, like, major big time on the crowd control, big time on just like ripping down snipers and gunners and stuff like that, trying to keep our zealots as safe as possible is basically going to be the name of the game, with the understanding that they can probably handle horde clearing on melee pretty decently themselves. Probably. You flesh wound yourself, this will be interesting. We used to have it literally down to a fucking science. Like, I was able to take, like, sometimes we would get a strike team of 3 people who needed just a flesh wound. We were able to get everybody taken care of in one go using the Orthus offensive. So essentially, like, using the bell skip, because you could still do the bell skip and it wouldn't break the time counting on that. So you would skip to the end of the mission, be in that room before the elevator. Usually you would get like a flame bomber or a flamer or something like that in that room, be able to knock the zealots down to below 1 wound. Boom, you're like less than a minute into the mission, ideally. Definitely between 1 minute and 2 minutes. Then you get on the elevator and get into the fight. You're probably at around 2 minutes by that point. So then in order to achieve that time at that wound level for the, or health level for the duration of the mission, for 75% of the mission, if it took you 2 minutes to get there, then you kite Rinda Karnak around the arena after you kill Roden for like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Total time spent in mission, 6 to 7 minutes, done. It was fucking beautiful. We had it down to a science. It was so, I would run a stopwatch. It was so good. But unfortunately, Ortho's Offensive isn't on the board anymore. Dislike KX as an intro monologue? Aw, poor KX. 1 Lieutenant Titus, there you go. You've heard some suggestions to blow a barrel and damage yourself releasing into a mission? Oh, that's not a bad idea. I mean, to be fair, in the intros, though, I don't think that they take any longer than each other. I think they typically have, like, enough lines to fill it out to a pretty consistent time. I don't know. I've never thought to check. Does Slanesh grant food? Grant food? Probably. So, Zealots, stick your face in front of some enemies and get your fucking teeth knocked in. Look, there's some ragers right over here. Oh, perfect.
You've an excellent chance of living. Nearly 30%. The Rager's no longer a problem. Psychic shield!
Return that priming mechanism to slumber, you must.
Beautiful job. No, yeah, we've got this, man. If somebody gets downed or something, it's still not over. Especially since this is on a 10-minute timer. Like, we can't do anything to affect the amount of time that we can spend in the game. But typically, time spent in a down state, as long as we get them picked up pretty quickly, isn't the end of the world. It just depends on how quickly they can get themselves back down on health. Alright, let's move. Oh, scheiße. That's not good. Do I think that an Ogren can be trusted with a filter? I think our Ogrens can. I think that we're the first Ogrens in the Imperium that can.
Another arming mechanism. Attend to it as you did before.
Fuck you, mutant. You thought you had me? You bitch ass fucking pox bomber.
Attend to the capsule nursery and progress will be yours.
Absolutely. KX. I'm on it. Don't worry.
Force has faded. Restore it.
Ah, fuck you, Flames. It's more about just having a team. One, making sure that you're in a private game, and then two, having a team that like remembers and is cool with letting you take point on the monstrosity. That's the hardest part about that penance. I actually accidentally got it on stream, not terribly long ago, because I never really used to run Brain Burst on Psyker. Trains! Step one, have friends. Assume you have to keep the doll in the middle? Yes. Brother has autism. He says you either love trains or giant robots or both. He's both. Who doesn't love both? Trains are so fucking cool. Giant robots are so fucking cool. The answer is clearly both. Warhammer has both, so he loves it. Private games are stupid. They from the original game and haven't been removed. Yeah.
Wait until I really try.
It is the big dumb stinky poo-poos.
Oh yes, let's charge those defenses. But
Oh no. That's okay, you're still at the wound level, so I think it should be fine.
Rangers, I prepare your
That, however, might be a little bit problematic. Okay, get your face kicked in. Oh dear. Oh, actually, oh my god, I think you are literally just a hair below a wound. What is the Psyker ability lets you freeze everyone in their AoE? 5 seconds to shutting their brains out. Honestly, I'm really surprised that freeze mechanics aren't a part of Psyker things. Specifically because it is like an established thing in 40k lore that when Psykers exert their powers especially heavily, it sucks all the heat out of a room. So like, seems obvious. Nice job, you guys! Fuck yeah! Congrats! Hell yeah! Easy as pie. Max Zealot, congrats! All right, we've got about 15 minutes left. Thank you, Gen X. I was gonna say we have about 15 minutes left. If Rolling Steel is still on the board, that means we have time for one more Rolling Steel before I peace out and we are doing that raid. Okay. So, let's see first, before I start asking for any volunteers, if Rolling Steel is on the board. Rolling Steel is not on the board. As per the usual, when I want the damn... Yeah, they both got the penance. When I want the damn mission to be up, although I will say it did come in clutch for last game, so that was pretty good. So, I guess maybe we will just wrap up a little bit early because we don't have enough time to do a last one before I would be done and then want to do that raid to make sure that we can still raid them when they're live. Why is there a crown with two next to your name? Because you have been, so you have the second most points in based on how long you've been watching, how much you've been chatting, and then also things like super chats, becoming a member, channel member, stuff like that all counts toward the leaderboard. What do you get for being number 1, 2, or 3 on the leaderboard? You get a crown with a number 1, 2, or 3 next to your name. That's what it is. That's what YouTube says. I don't know. I didn't make it. They did. Cool idea, guys. Nothing but cursing. Well, shit. I guess I'll just fucking wrap up now. But before I get my nerdy ass on out of here, let me first give a goddamn giant fucking ass bitch thank you to Half-Blood for becoming a YouTube channel member. And to Willie, Delta Lol, Black Hand of Mud, all for the follows today during the stream. And thank you guys all so much for playing and for hanging out. No one cared who I was until I put on the mask. Hang on. Let me get this mask on. No one cared who I was. You think you were born in the... You merely adopted the Furby. I was born in it. Molded by it. I wasn't fed by my human until I was a man. Tap back into Furby mask? Yeah, it's a point redemption over on Twitch. I actually have 2 of them, so I have a black one too. This one, you redeem, it's nobody cares who I was. This one only is until I put on the mask, and Hail Satan is for both of them. All right, so we're going to raid out on Twitch on Imperial Gaming. Imperial Truth Gaming. Where are my fingers on the keyboard? There we go. Raid. Imperial Truth Gaming. You still say Bane sounds like Deckard Cain? I fully agree with that. We have to listen to the cat. Fuck yeah. I need to buy one of your videos. I do. That gets so warm, though, to have to wear for 10 minutes, at least in the summer, or 5 minutes, or however long it is. All right, guys. Mwah. I love you all. Thanks so much for hanging out for the fun games tonight. Stay safe. Eat something delicious. And I will see you on Friday for some Helldivers. All right, here we go with the raid. Shabam-a-bam. You're going to drink one, Jax, after seeing this. It won't help. All right, love you guys. Bye.